Hey y'all. I forgot to add my goal. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Hello. No, I don't want to invite you. No. No. I was not trying to invite you. Hey y'all. Hey y'all, hey. Maybe no one's gonna be here tonight. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Hey y'all, hey. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for adding me as a friend. Hey y'all, say hi. Where are you from? Tap that screen. Don't be scared. Hi. Hello, hello. Hi. How's it going? I hope everybody's having a great night. Tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're at. Minnesota. Nice. Happy to have you. One second. Hi, Natty. Ohio. Very nice. Hello, Ohio. Thank you, Susie. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. I probably won't stay on long. I know I surprised everybody. I know I haven't been on in a couple days. I was getting downloads, and when I get downloads, I can't come live. When I get downloads the way I was getting, they were very heavy, and it keeps me from being able to come live. So, yeah. I'm ready to everyone to bounce like I don't know them. All but 5 people and 3 are kids. It's the don't give 2 shits about things tonight. I will. I got 6 people in here. Nobody's tapping the screen. Yeah, for sure. I would. Yeah. No, I definitely have gotten some major ass downloads this week. So it kind of took me, well, this week, yeah. Took my energy. But thank you everybody for tapping that screen. How's everybody's night? Drink your water, you guys. Make sure you guys are drinking your water. I know I missed you. Well, I left, you know, I had to leave for the couple days, and then I was going to come on Sunday. No, I wasn't going to come on Sunday. I didn't get home until 2 a.m. on Monday morning, and so I was tired Monday, and then that drive I got downloads. So I've been getting downloads Monday and Tuesday. I was getting fucking downloads, and then today I'm fasting, so it's a lot going on right now. Hi, Giselle. Dougie! Hi, Dougie! Hey, y'all. If y'all can tap the screen, I'll get interactive, but I need some energy to get energy right now for you guys, so I need some energy exchange right now in order for me to be able to help you guys. How did it go? I'm okay, Giselle. How are you? How did it go? Congratulations. How's it going for that? Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Once we get to 1,000 likes, I'll start getting involved with the chat. Drink your RXs and take your HTO. Facts. Thank you for the good evening. Thank you, everybody. There's been some bumps, but it's been good. I think you would think it would be too good to be true if there weren't some bumps in that whole situation. I love you. Hello, hello. Hi, y'all. Hey. Tap in, tap in. Thank you all for joining. Hi, I'm Tony. If you're new to my channel, I am Tony. I am a chakra enlightened Kundalini Ascended Galactic Federation member. So if you are here, you're at the right channel and you're meant to be here. So stick around, tap that screen, get involved, give me some energy, and I'll give you some messages. Our internet isn't working, so we've been having to drive to the office to work. Ouch. Starlink. So I always say, get your ass some Starlink, y'all. No, I know some of y'all don't do Starlink, so. Get my music back on. We work from home and it should be fixed tomorrow though. Yeah, that's frustrating. Well, I was here a month without any internet, so I had to drive a half hour away just to go use some internet at a cafe for a little bit, and then they would kick me off after an hour, so then I would have to go down in Crescent City, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away, and use internet there, and then come home. So that's why you guys didn't get a hold of me for a whole month, was because I had no service. So I know that feeling. Hi, Diana. Xfinity? Who has Xfinity? Who uses fucking Comcast? Xfinity's, all of them are horrible. Oh, all of them are horrible, but out of all of them, I would probably say Xfinity would probably be the best out of Spectrum and Xfinity. I might just go and get, like, other shit. I've been okay. I've been getting downloads. I'm on a whole nother level, y'all. I'm on a whole nother level, which I love. But I've been getting some real heavy downloads. That you guys have been kind of seeing a little bit of the messages coming out on my videos. If you haven't been watching my videos, you should go back and go watch some of my last recent videos for the last couple of days with some food. Better than Frontier. Frontier is the worst. It goes Frontier, Spectrum, and then freaking Xfinity. But no, I've been getting some downloads. Very, very important downloads, because I've been finding out what the truth is behind the world. The truth behind God. You know, a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I got the downloads and I know the truth and I know what's going on, and it makes so much fucking sense. And it's the earth and experiments and water, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And so I've had to kind of take a couple days to digest it, to process it, and then get the energy back. With the moon and the suns and the planets and the energies and who we are and how we were created and who God really actually is. So there's been a lot that I have come to circle with, a lot that I have had to process, a lot that I still have to figure out what I can say and what I can't say. The video I posted today, we took a minute to actually get that to upload, and so it's been an interesting time right now. So I've been doing pretty good. It's just I was gone because I had to do the drive, and then went to Reading for the weekend, and then Jeremy wasn't here, and then he's in training. It's just been a lot, and so I've been having to deal with a lot. That too, yeah. Let's just say the earthquakes are going to continue to be prevalent. Let's just say the volcanoes are going to continue to be prevalent. The sun is trying to escape, and we have accelerated it, and we need to waken up the consciousness of the collective in order to bring balance back. We are a magnet. The earth is a magnet. The moon is a magnet. The earth has a magnet in the middle of it. And we have a lot. It's a lot. Like I'm saying, we have a lot. And we're a magnet. Our heart's a magnet. And the reason why it has the rotation behind the main sun is because the sun that's inside of it is a magnet. And then you have the moon that creates the polar opposite, that creates the polar gravity. And then everything that's going on. It's a lot. I don't even know where to start, and I don't even think I don't have enough people in here to even start talking about it, because it wouldn't make a difference. But we are powerful beings, and we've been suppressed and confined our whole life. There is a black moon and a light moon. The black moon and the light moon are to tell us that we have duality, and that we can have dark times, we can have dark thoughts, we can have dark intentions, we can have dark fucking creations, but we also have, thanks Luna, but we also have light in our creations, light in all of that. But the dark isn't bad, it's the light who have said that the dark is bad. You have to figure out the duality and figure out how to come back from the light, or come back from the dark into the light, but you're supposed to dabble in both. You're not supposed to live in the dark, but you're supposed to dabble in both. And if it wasn't for society and the fucking, if it wasn't for society and the falseness of a book that was created to suppress us, we would learn that the darkness is just as good as the light. It's the evil in the dark side that needs to be watched, but it's also the evil on the light side that needs to be watched. It's not the dark, it's not the light, it's the evil inside both of those, because there's evil in the light and there's evil in the dark. But what do we confirm? What do we actually say I know, but they're in the light because they're imposter syndrome. They're in the light because too many people told them that that's where you have to go. The Bible tells people where they have to go. The man tells people where to go. But where the actual truth is it's all lies. It's all false. The true knowing is within us. The true place of dark and light is within us. And we have to be able to battle the evil that is inside both energies. But we are actually technically meant to be in the dark. We are supposed to know how to do the dark. Hence the dark night of the soul. We are supposed to know the dark. We are supposed to be in the dark. But we're supposed to bring light upon our shadows so that our shadows don't live in the evil side of it, creating the traumas, the trials, and the egos that we fucking go through. You want to know what created egos? And I'm going to say it now. The Bible created ego to keep us suppressed in fear and insecurity and in our depression so that we can never rise up to our highest timeline of the consciousness of the collective so that you can find the heaven inside of yourself, so that you can find that you are heaven. As above, so below. We are the heaven inside of us, and everything that has been told to us our entire lives is lies to suppress us and keep us in the ego of fear, insecurities, and self-lacking. That's why it's so pertinent to get out of that energy, to get out of that, because society, the Bible, and everything has put us into that energy to cause depression. Because when you're depressed and you're sad and you're fucking continuously into the addictions and codependencies, you can't do what you need to. When they drug you up with those fucking pharmaceutical pills that they give you, that's suppressing your abilities, suppressing your heaven inside. You want to know who the big man is? He's a narcissistic piece of crap who abused his son named Jesus. He is a narcissist. You want to know where the narcissistic energy came from? It came from the person that chastised his own son and crucified his own son because he was scared of the power that his son held inside of him to surpass his abilities. Because that's how you make your children. Your children are here to surpass you. Your children are here to break barriers to surpass you. So if you are a mother or if you are a father and you have a child and you keep them down low, get out of your own fucking way. Get out of their way because you made them to surpass you. You have taught them everything they need to know. You have taught them everything they need to learn. They're learning it. They're remembering who they are, and their purpose is to surpass you, to become the new teacher, to bring in the legacy. But if you don't allow your own children to surpass you in your abilities, you're doing a disservice. And what was the point to teach them the things that they needed to be taught and teach them to learn their own ways to grow in their own mind? So if you think about it, Jesus was telling the word to Mary, who Mary was the most powerful being. Y'all can fight me on it. I don't give a shit. This is the downloads that I've gotten. Mary and Jesus were the most powerful entities on earth. After the gods and goddesses and the titans and all of the war and everything that happened, it wasn't a fucking playground anymore, so they needed to leave. So the big man screwed everything up. He is about destruction and death. He's not about the fucking light. He's about the dark. Who says, come into the light. It's all manipulation. He abused, he was a physical and verbally and emotional abuser to his son, suppressing his abilities and crucifying him because he was passing him in his abilities and his godly duties. Because Jesus wasn't a God. Jesus isn't a God. He is a powerful being. And gods and his father were intimidated by his own son. So you know where narcissistic energy comes from? Where do you think it started? Why do you think all the men have that energy? Why do you think majority of the women have that energy? It's taught and it's handed down from generation to generation to generation. Because that is what was taught to suppress us from remembering who we are. Because this was supposed to be a playground. We were supposed to come down and have fun. The gods designed each planet to make something that was self-sustaining, to make it a playground. And so when God was chosen to be the ruler of this planet, he was created by the Hindus, because Hinduism is the first religion that is out there. And Hindus are the ones that created us, who created our chakra systems. Because God doesn't follow chakra systems. The Bible doesn't follow the Kundalini in a way that the Hinduism does. So we weren't created by the Maker as what we think we were. He was chosen to be the one, the ruler of this earth, to watch over us, to give us our powers and to teach us our ways, to teach us to be able to use our powers in this fun time to alchemize everything that we can touch and alchemize the things that are here. But when other people started becoming more powerful, he said, not in my world. No one's going to be more powerful than I. Even though Mary is the most powerful one. And you want to know why? Because women are the most powerful beings. Women are the most divine feminines, divine feminines are the most powerful. And that's why divine feminines are the most suppressed. Because they're intimidated and they're scared. Because men, or divine masculines, don't run off of empathy. They don't run off of emotions. They don't run off of nurturing. They run off of logic. Women run off of all of it. And because the divine feminines have all of those abilities, the divine masculines can't figure out how to be as powerful, because the divine masculines don't know how to nurture in a way that the divine feminines nurture. The animals respond to them. Babies respond to them. Energy responds to them. Empathy is more intimidating to anyone without it. I struggled to be in a lot of managerial positions when it came to masculines who were ahead of me in other areas as managers, because I had the empathy with my employers, and my employers, when I was there, they worked 10 times harder for me and we had higher production rates. But when you look at the time and you look at the dates, no masculine wants a divine feminine to show up and have better numbers when the district manager comes in. Thank you for all this stuff, you guys. When the divine masculine comes in. But even though the divine feminine has higher production rate, higher outcomes, it doesn't matter. Because it is easy for them to suppress us. And it all started with the creator that we say is a creator, but the creator of the manipulation. I do, but I'm in the middle of a collective right now, my love. I have people who would like to hear my download, and so I have a download right now. Thank you for getting all the heart me's right now. But if your yes and no is more important to understanding what life is about, y'all can scroll to go get your yes and no questions. But I'm telling you about life. I'm telling you where we came from. I'm telling you how to energize yourself to where you can alchemize anything that's around you. You want to know why? Because this earth was created... This earth was created for us to be a playground that became so controlled out of fear that that's how we all have fear. That's how we all have ego, was because he created fear, because he feared the divine feminine and his own son surpassing his abilities that would become the ruler of the world, because then he would teach everybody how to use their own mind, how to use their own heart, how to use their own soul to do everything they want to do without control. This was never supposed to be controlled. This was just supposed to be like a fun playground with somebody that was just making sure that nobody went and purged everybody. But then he got scared. He created Adam and Eve. He created that whole manipulation, and so that divine masculines were, or men, not even divine masculines, that men are more powerful than anything. That man is the most powerful. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. But when we realize that that's where that started, and then when you realize they don't talk about the chakras in the Bible, right? They don't talk about the chakra system at all in Christianity. They say that that is actually the demon. They say it's demonic. They say that is how you can get the demons through. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Dougie. They think it's a demonic energy through your spine to take your energy away. But it's not. No, this is, I'm at this level now where I've gotten all these downloads and I know everything is true. I wholeheartedly know. I fucking seen it. They showed it to me, and that's where it takes a lot of my energy, is because I've seen it. I've seen it. And they wanted to, they didn't want us having fun. When people, FOMO, where do you think fear of missing out, where do you think jealousy started? Where do you think, where do you think all of these energies started? There's a seed for a reason, right? Seeds start. Well, let's get you there. I'm going to help you guys try to kind of see world in a different way. Everything is suppression and confinement to keep us from having fun. That's what it came down to. It kept us from having fun. It kept us from alchemizing. It kept us from creating. It kept us from being bigger and better than what was the first energy. But the thing is that there's called evolution for a reason. There's a base, but every level is supposed to be passed. So when we talk about generations, we're supposed to do better than our previous generation, not worse. So the generational curses are set to keep us suppressed so we don't pass the energy of the generation, because the generation will be jealous and resentment towards us doing better. We're supposed to be better. We're supposed to be whole. We're supposed to be powerful. We are supposed to alchemize. But you can't create and alchemize when you're suppressed. And you can't create, or you can't be your unique self that you were meant to be in your soul if you can't create. You can't create when you're depressed. You can't create when you're in the negative energy. So what do you think has been done? What do you think has been started? Where do you think it started? It started with God. He is all about death and destruction to manipulate us and thinking that that is the way of life. To fear everybody to follow his words. To fear everybody to follow the false words that are not even interpreted correctly. Y'all heard of the 144? Right? Here's an example. The 144. Everybody who thinks of the 144, you're right. Whatever part of the 144 you hear, whatever part of the 144 you see, you feel, you know, you're right. Because here's the thing. I've been getting in arguments with people because I know it's 144,000. I also know it's 144,000 hertz that we're supposed to get to. But the 144,000 is people. And it's not getting to heaven because heaven isn't a place. Heaven is not a place. When we die, we go home. Heaven is inside of us. Heaven is us. So when they say go to heaven, it's finding yourself within yourself, not another person, not God. God said that to hide you from getting your abilities in your fucking powers. Everything that he said and was interpreted into that book was because he was trying to control. It's all about control. It's all about manipulation. I break rules because I don't believe in rules, and now I know why rules were only set to control. But if everybody was allowed to be uniquely themselves and create the way that they needed to create and alchemize, they needed the way that the alchemize and tap into the abilities that they needed to tap in, nobody would be no one would be doing other things that aren't part of the process. But somebody wanted control, and then everything else took, oh, I can have control. Oh, that person has more land than me. Why are they okay? Why can they have more land than me? They have more land because they were able to alchemize that land. Everything is about creation. Everything is about alchemy because we are alchemists. The only thing that is natural on earth is water and rock. As far as the elements go. And you want to know where the rock came from? The rock came from particles in space. So we're going to get into it. Let me tell you how the earth was created. Are y'all ready to hear how the earth was created? If you're ready to hear how if you're ready to hear how the earth is created, put some earth signs in the chat for me. And while we do that, I need to get my thing for the dogs barking over there. Give me a second. Okay. So you please in space. We are star seeds. We are star-seeded beings. We are space beings. We are of the alien, of star seeds. We're not, some of y'all are aliens, some are not aliens. Some of y'all are part of the galactic or whatever. But, we are star seeds. So heaven isn't a place. Heaven is us, to find us. When we find our heaven in ourselves, then we don't have to worry about anything. As above, so below. We are round. We are round. Anybody who says we're a flat earth, even if they're spiritualists, they haven't found, they're not right. Excuse me. They're not right at all. We're round. We are a round earth. We are a round earth. So, this was where I got my first download, because it all started with rock and water and that we're made out of. This planet is made out of rock, right? That was a cry, not a burp. Yeah. this planet is made out of rock, right? All of it is rock. And this is where I started, because I was driving down and I was looking at a mountain, and this mountain creates its own, it's a volcano, but it creates its own storm. And as I was driving down, it was creating its own storm at the peak, so it has a little bit of snow still. But then there's a smaller mountain, and I was seeing that it had no snow, but it had rocks. And I've been on this whole like human experience kick, whatever, right? And I was like, this planet's rocks. I was like, oh, rock, water, fire, wind. Rock is the only natural element with water. Rock and water are the only natural elements. Everything else is alchemized. Fire is alchemized. Wind is alchemized. Put those in together. Think about those. It's all alchemized, right? And the reason why is because water and rock... Alright, this is where you guys are going to think that I'm probably either really fucking... Water is complete natural. And I'll tell you why right now. Water is natural because water is hydrogen. And hydrogen is one of the basic ingredients that is part of all of the planets, if you really think about it. But hydrogen, no, water is natural, and it is. So this is what I'll tell you. So the gods, think about Pluto, Saturn, Mars, Mercury, Neptune, Chiron. Think about all the fucking planets, right? We have 12 planets, 8 planets, 8, 9, whatever, if we think about Pluto, whatever. And then we have dwarfs, whatever. I'm not even thinking about the fucking number right now. But if you think about all the chakra systems, all the planets align with them, that's another thing to think about too. So that's why I know the chakra systems came from the Hinduism, didn't come from God. And that's why the Hindus are who create us, because chakras didn't come from God, because God doesn't believe in chakra systems, because he doesn't correlate that at all. The Hindus do, because they go off of all of the chakra systems and the energies and the auras like that. So that's how I know the Hindus are who created us and who created God, because God was the one that was chosen for this earth. So it was an experiment. Earth was an experiment along with all of the other planets. But all of the other planets, Pluto was the first one designed, and all of the other planets coming towards us are all experiments. And you want to know what it is? They knew the power of the sun. Think about the tarot card. The tarot card, the power of the sun. The sun is the most powerful actual element, the most powerful planet, the most powerful frequency that we can have. Yeah. So sun. But there's multiple suns. There's not just one sun. There's not just one moon. It's what we've been told. But multiple suns. So what they wanted to do was create somewhere fun. A vacation spot. From the stars, from Lemuria, from Pleiadian, from all the other, from Atlantis, all of that, all of the places, right? All of the mythical places that we have. They wanted a playground. They wanted somewhere different. They wanted somewhere where they didn't have to worry about the daily grind. So they wanted to create a place to where they can go and have fun, alchemize, go on vacation, create, do the fucking things without having to worry about home, right? Just like parents, right? You go to college, you go do the things so you don't have to worry about parents, and then you go back and then you teach them everything that you've learned in school. So Pluto was first. It failed. Saturn, Neptune, I'm blanking right now of all the fucking planets right now. Mercury, Mars, all of that. All of those failed. But if you think about it, each one of them holds the sun. If you look at a picture at each and every single one of the planets, it has a sun in the middle of it. And then if you look at the way that each one of these planets were created, they're created differently. Julie, swipe on to somewhere else. I don't even want to fucking deal with you. You don't even want Michael to be true to you. I don't even want Michael to be true to you at all, because you just don't care. You just need to swipe somewhere else. And no, you're not going to be with Michael because you just need to learn about yourself more. Anyways, and learn how to fucking read a goddamn room when you go into it. This has nothing to do with you and Michael. Learn about yourself. Learn about the world. Stop in a room for a second and stop and listen. Listen, Linda. Listen before you fucking go in and try to snake and fucking vampire people's energy. Anyways. And you don't know what reader's gonna snake your fucking energy out of you either. Anyways, I digress. So, it was a sun, right? Each one of the planets were made. So, sun, space particles, right? Space particles. They put the space particles together, right? They were trying to formulate different atoms, different energies to cover the sun, to maintain the sun's energy, but to maintain the sun's energy for us to be on, right? Because they realized that the sun gives us energy, but they wanted to be on an earth, or they wanted to be on a place that they can still get the energy. So what they did, so if you look at all the other planets, they're made different energy. You got different fucking elements, and they were trying, thank you, different type of elements, and they were trying to create something the soul doesn't have a chakra, so why do any of you believe so? The body is the chakras. And the soul works within the chakras. You don't even pay attention to what I'm saying. The body holds the chakras, and the soul works within those chakras. You've never been in my room before. Why don't you just sit and relax? Because if you're going to be a spiritualist, don't fucking go in and judge on a room that you've been in there for 5 minutes. The fuck? You don't know me. You've never been in my room. You don't listen to nothing. You should sit and learn a thing. You should sit and learn a thing. Because I never once fucking said the soul is the chakra. Bye! What I'm saying is not a lie, but you're not there yet, so it's okay. So anyways. I know I'm going to get a lot of people that are going to come back out for me, but this is the truth. So anyways, so the sun was holding so they wanted to contain the energy of the sun in order for us to be able to utilize the energy of the sun to alchemize, right? So because they did that, they tried different elements. Each planet failed. You want to know why each other planet failed besides Earth? Because it didn't have self-sustaining energy. They needed to create something that was self-sustaining. So you know what? Anne didn't burn up from the sun's energy of the core, because the sun is so hot. It's the most powerful and most heated energy that it was creating. That's why none of the planets can have water, because it created such like we'll just say it hydrated, or it dehydrated each planet, right? That they created. So when it got to Earth, Mother Gaia was like, I know what I can do. Let me try this. So Mother Gaia, because there's ice, right? In space. Space is ice. It's so cold that things turn to ice. So Mother Gaia designed Earth from the sun and each one of the elements, right? And the one that held the sun in was the Ice Age. They formed an ice layer around Earth to cool off the sun so Earth can maintain running on self-sustaining stability from the heat of the sun to create a magnet. The sun is a magnet in the core. The sun up here is a magnet. Another reason why the other element or the other planets failed was because they don't rotate the way that they need to rotate to not make us sick, and to create gravity. Because if you look up all of the other rotations of all of the other planets, they're super fast. So what they had to do to create balance, they had to slow down the rotation. They had to create an ice age, and they created the moons. They created the dark moon and the light moon. How do you think the Earth spins? When you put magnets together and you have things in between the magnet, it spins, right? The sun is a magnet, and we have a magnet inside of the sun, and we have a magnet inside of us that creates the gravity that keeps us down. When you leave Earth, there's no longer a magnet that will be able to reach you because there's a force shield that keeps us from rising, that keeps the magnet frequency in Earth plane. So we are grounded. That's why grounding is so fucking important, and drinking water. So here's the other aspects. While they created the ice age and created the ice to cool down the sun to allow us to be able to come onto Earth, to have land, to be able to set foot, because no one can set foot on the sun, right? But people wanted to alchemize with the sun and utilize that energy to create more energy for us when we came to our playground to be able to self-sustain. So, during the ice age, the sun, let me out of here! Let me out! Where do you think all of the fault lines came from? Where do you think volcanoes came from? The sun, yes. So the sun was trying to get out. But because Mother Gaia learned from all of the other planets how to create something that can hold the sun, but she needed to create something that can cool down Earth for us to be able to get here. The sun wanted to get out so bad, but because the ice was so thick, he couldn't get out. So it formed volcanoes. Where do you think water came from? Where do you think mountains came from? Doesn't lava create new land pieces? So the sun, during the ice age, as it's trying to come out at the beginning of its life, it worked its way up through the core, through the minerals, which we are of minerals, through the cores, trying to find its way, trying to get out of the ice age. And while it's doing that, the ice is so thick and so heavy and so strong that it's just melting the layers of the very thin layers of the first parts of the ice, creating these mountains, creating the canyons, creating the land that we have now, which then created the water, because the sun melted the ice, which created the water. So while it was melting the ice to create water, lakes, rivers, creeks, oceans, mainly oceans, while it was creating these oceans, it was creating land at the same time, because lava that cools down creates land. Are we following? Are we following? So what do you think is happening right now with all the volcanoes and the earthquakes? We've accelerated the sun and brought more heat, and the sun's ready to get out. But because we don't have the ice anymore, earthquakes and volcanoes are very prevalent right now, which is creating flooding. Because where does the water go? The water is round. It's not flat. We are round. So when water goes, it just goes to another spot called creeks, rivers, lakes, and all of that. Basins, all of that, because it has nowhere, it's not going to go into space. The ice was so thick and so heavy, it's created all of these waters. So the glaciers are the last of the ice age. So we will no longer be able to have ice to contain the fucking sun. That's why it's not climate change. It's the core of the earth that is creating the heat of why we are so hot, because there's no ice and water to contain the energy of the sun that is at the core of the earth. And we are imbalanced because the water has melted so much and people have created so much that it's created an imbalance in the earth, which has created that shift to where we're rotating fucked uply, which if we wake up the consciousness of the collective and we start doing everything that we need to do, we'll balance it back out and create another, we'll slow down the timeline changes. It's okay. I love it. I've been talking about my downloads and Earth and God and who we are and where we all came from and where Earth started. And guess what? Trees are seaweeds. And if you think about it, this is where you can tell that is manipulation. This is where you can tell where it's manipulation, because seedlings are spelled S-E-E-D-L-I-N-G-S. Seed. 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 But what they actually are sealings. S-E-A. They are weeds of the sea that can sustain because we have water and minerals here to help grow things so that we can have self-sustaining energy, so that we can eat things, not just of consuming of the sun. Because they created the body to self-sustain off of food and water, mainly water. But the food that we're meant to eat, honestly, is fish and plants. Fruits, vegetables, seaweed. I had seaweed salad last night. Fucking amazing. I'm fasting right now because I need a detox, because that's where I'm at on my timeline. I've reached my fucking level, y'all. Now let's bring the rest of my collection up. Let's do this. But the reason why I'm also fasting is, besides detoxing, is because this whole entire week I eat, but I'm still hungry. My body is not taking on any of the food I'm putting in myself. I'm still starving. I was on the phone with Di 2 days ago, and I was eating the entire time. I kept saying, I'm hungry, so I would eat. And then I said, I'm hungry, so I would eat. I'm hungry, I would eat. Make a sandwich, make breakfast, make dinner. I was eating nonstop, and I keep eating nonstop, but it's not fulfilling me because I'm still hungry. So I was like, I might as well fast, because they've been wanting me to detox anyways, because I'm at that level, which means no food, no weeding, gardening, whatever the fuck we want to say, no energy drinks, no coffee, no caffeine, nothing that is unnatural to our soul, nothing. So I am consuming water with oranges, lime, cilantro, and cucumber in it, as well as water with crystals in it, because crystals alchemize our energy, because crystals are rock, and rock are minerals that help alchemize our energy. So crystals, y'all, start looking into crystals. Start doing grids. I'm going to start doing grids for you guys. But start looking into crystals, because these are the minerals that we need to have in our body. We need minerals, we need vitamins, we need fruits, vegetables, and fish. That is the main diet us beings should be eating. But we do need to, at least twice a week, eat something of an animal for the protein that we need for our muscles, because we can't get all the protein that we need just out of that type. We can out of the fish, but the fish is help to our omega so that we don't lose the cognitive concepts and the cognitive I can't even think, but the cognitive formulation that you need to be able to do to have fucking regular thoughts, right? Carbs, nothing. Carbs, you need that, but you need the omegas. So the fish is going to give the omegas to give you the nutrition for your brain. And it gives you a little bit of the protein, but you will need to eat chicken. You will need to eat cows, because you do need protein for the muscles. And I also have a kinesiology degree. For those who are questioning, let me step back real quick. Let me tell y'all, I have a kinesiology degree, which is the study of the body movement, which also was going to be a PE teacher, so I can actually teach people how to use their body in the best way to stay healthy. And now I have a Reiki certified as well with my ascended Kundalini awakening that I had of my own, to where I know the chakras and understand the body of the soul. So there is a physical part of us and there is a spiritual part of us, and I am certified in both. So no, I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to the body in every aspect of the way. But my thing recently is because I've been on this kick with human experience and how to amplify my human experience here. Because we are supposed to have a human experience, but not full of trauma, not full of depression, not full of the shit that they're telling us, they're feeding us, right? They're feeding us the red dye. They're feeding that to us. They're giving that energy and go, but that's bad for you. You're too hyper, right? We need to feed our souls so much more. And when you start understanding where things come from, you just got diagnosed with ankylosing. What? You need to work on your chakras, love. What part of your body does that affect? And your chakras, you can start healing. Your spiritual body can heal your physical body by utilizing the spiritual aspect of your chakras, which is your physical body. But we were designed with a chakra system for our soul to work and be fluid. Autoimmune disease of spine and pelvis. You have root issues. You need to root yourself. You need to ground. You need to go and lay outside on some rocks and ask the sun that is inside the core to give you some healing energy. Ask Luna, the moon, the Miss Goddess that we have, to give you some of that healing, nurturing energy. If you can be in water on rock, like if you can be in a creek in water, laying in rock, talking to them. But your root is so out of whack. So tell them to focus on your root for you. Obviously focus on everything else, but your root is what is causing all of that. Because our diseases and everything that is inflicted into our bodies, we're not here with it. It's developed through our chakra system. It's developed through the traumas that we haven't been able to work through with our chakra systems. Trust me, I've been working for the last 5 years on my sacral because I was making sure it wasn't my body and my imbalance of chakra energy that keeps me from getting pregnant. It's a curse, but now that I've done all the work, I can say that I've done all the work, and I can say for sure it's a curse. I love Reiki, yes. Also, so, y'all, that's where we're at right now. So if y'all kind of understand where we're at, how we were created, how important the land is, how important having rock, even if you, look, I am a rock collector, okay? I go to wherever I go and I collect rocks. Red jasper, by the way, that I found on a river. But I collect rocks. These are just fucking river rocks. And then you have my rose quartz, and then you have my gorgeous blue lace agate, and then you have my obsidian. All of the stones, all of the crystals, they all have a meaning. If you can't go out and ground every day, sleep with some rocks in your fucking socks. I know that sounds crazy, but we are all of each other. We just have a unique side to each one of us. We are all of you, and you are me, but we have uniquely our own identity. Does that make sense? But put these in your socks. Put them in your pockets. Put them somewhere. That's why they say have fucking crystals on. But when you put these crystals on, understand the intention that you're putting into them and where you want it to work on you with. Don't just put them in your pocket and go, okay, I have a red jasper. No, I put this red jasper in my pocket to help me ground throughout the day when I am too busy to stop and smell the roses. That's all you got to do. Put that intention. Thank you, Mother Gaia, for creating the energy. And put it in your pocket. You'll have grounding energy all day. And you'll be connected to Earth. It's as easy as that, y'all. Everybody made it so complicated to make it so hard to reach our level because they want to not be, they don't want anybody to be passed. They don't want anybody to know the level. They don't want anybody to have the riches. They don't want anybody to, they don't want to share. Work on your chakras. When you get Reiki done, so you're going to get Reiki done. It's going to cleanse you out, but you need to maintain. If you want to keep following my channel, I help you all maintain your chakras. I do chakra energies, reads all the time. I pull cards to tell you what chakra you need to work on the most. I am going to actually start doing like specialty reads. Like tomorrow what's tomorrow? No, Friday. Like I'll do, a chakra specialty read for you guys. But no, I'm here to enlighten chakras and enlighten you guys, awaken you guys to yourself through your chakra systems and your kundalini, because that's how you heal your physical body. How you feel better is heal your chakras. So your physical body can give you the energy that you need. So you can keep moving and alchemize and create the things that you need to create, because creation is how we show we are uniquely us, and creation serves our purpose within we get everything handed to us. We don't have to work for anything if you're serving your purpose. You shouldn't have to work for self-sustaining energy. That's why it's our birthright to have water for free. It's our birthright to have electricity for free, because the sun and water and earth are free, that were already here for us. It was people who were greedy. It was people who wanted to control that put a price tag on that, because they found out that they can do that, because no one was going to question them. It pisses me off the more I think about it, and it pisses me off the more I'm learning about myself and learning about all of that's going on. And that's why I understand why so many people are intimidated by me, and so many people try to keep me fucking down, because the moment I got to this point is the moment no one can ever stop me. The downloads and the activations right now, you have no idea. You have no idea, Dougie. It's been wild. I can't even say everything. I can't even give you guys all of the downloads, because it's a lot, and I have to be careful. But it all started because the human experience that I wanted to figure out. I wanted to see how we can amplify this human experience. And I wanted to see, okay, fine. How can we utilize and alchemize every energy? How can I not fight these retrogrades, but use this retrograde for my advancement? How can I use these retrogrades to my benefit instead of fighting these energies, instead of having these energies keep me exhausted and emotional? Okay, Fine. How can I use my exhaustion to alchemize energy? How can I use my fucking my Mercury Leo to alchemize my words to be heard a little bit better? And then it was Sunday night. All I was thinking was rocks and how we live on a rock. And everything is a rock. And water and rock were the only natural things, because fire isn't natural. Fire is alchemized. Wind isn't natural. Wind is alchemized. And then I started thinking, are trees weeds? And I was like, where do the trees come from? How do the trees grow from under the ground and the minerals? And where do the trees come from? And then I was thinking, I was like, but everything was out of water. And then I was like, oh my God. And then I had the download of how the earth was designed and how all that happened. And I was like, oh, trees are weeds. Trees are seas. Trees are seaweed. They're just trees out of water now, because the water has been, because land was built up, mountains were built up that brought the water to create beaches. There were no beaches before. There were no mountains before. But they were seedlings, because the minerals that were out of the fucking rocks that were in space created everything. They had the seeds in the minerals. That the ice, if you think about winter, you guys, and Yule, that the ice, gave nutrients to, right? Gave the water to. And then when the ice melted, the sun came and helped us grow. Same thing with the human. The sun is the only way we can grow. Water is the only way we can grow. We are plants. We're not mammals. We're plants with a heartbeat that can speak. Because the way we grow is taller, like a fucking tree. So the minerals of space and the water combined with the lava and the fire is what created all of the sustaining plants and vegetation that we have. And then the melted ice of the melted ice is what created the water in the oceans. And the lava that was cooled down created the mountains. Now take Earth and think about us inside. The sun's magma is the blood of Earth. Our blood in our hearts, our heart is the sun, and the blood in our hearts is the magma of the sun that gives the energy for it to continue. And the water helps the fluidity of everything. The water helped the fluidity of the volcano, or the volcanic, of the lava, to make it flow to form other places. Y'all catching what I'm throwing? We have mountains. Oh, sorry, Lucy J. We have mountains. We have trees. We have things, mineral, that grow out of us. If everybody just takes in consideration that the earth was designed for a playground, but then they decided that the earth was self-sustaining, so they decided to make our human avatars based off of the energy that earth was designed to keep us self-sustaining. But also keep us self-sustaining to where we can use our energy and our powers and our abilities without exploding and without needing someone attached to us to use that. Dog barking for confirmation. We are alchemists that have been suppressed. That's why everybody has a talent. That's funny. My friend told me to write a book, and I've been needing to write a book. But we're alchemists to alchemize every energy, every element. And when you make a fire, even not out of a lighter, but when you make a fire, you're an alchemist. When you create something out of different objects, you're an alchemist. And you're connecting to the energy that you're supposed to. That's why it gives you so much energy when you're doing your purpose. You're never tired when you're doing your purpose. You're not exhausted. You're not lost. You get tired because the human body gets tired. But you're not sleeping because your soul is an astral when your body goes and takes a nap or takes a night. Just because your body goes to sleep and goes to rest mode, hence rest mode, our avatar, you got to turn off. Turn off the avatar because your soul has things to go visit and go download in the astral. So if you're not getting downloads and you're not seeing these, you're blocked. Get out of fear. Get out of ego. The moment you work out of those, you'll be opened up to a whole new world. Because that's where we were led. And that's where we are suppressed. Out of our fears, out of our insecurities, out of our lacking energy. And the moment you realize how to get out of those and work through the traumas in each one of your chakras, you will alchemize the life that you desire. The life that you created before you came down here. The blueprint will come back to you that was hidden. It's time to awaken. It's time to use the grounding energy of the earth, use the water energy to create fluidity. So you have the cognitive mind frame to work through the challenges, the lessons, and the suppressions that society, religion, and sometimes your own family has kept you down. And there's a comment that I wanted to make that I need to make a video on. It's 10:10 right now, 2.1 in the likes. Thank everybody for liking that screen. You know how they say blood is thicker than water? For those who have family issues, yes, please stay in my channel when I come on lives. I come Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I'll help you get unblocked. Anybody who's here, who's new to my channel, hi, I'm Tony. I will enlighten you and I will help you heal. I am not of any other readers. You will never find anybody that does what I do. Unless I've trained them. And they'll know me because I've trained them to do what I do. But nobody before me will ever do what I do. And if you need help, I'm the person to come to. Nice to meet you. Because I'm here to raise the consciousness of the collective. I am part of the 144. Because I am a teacher. So if you guys want to feel better, in your physical body. You want to bring in everything you want to attract, not chase. But if you want to attract everything because you are the magnet, that's why you're not supposed to chase. If you guys think about I'm going to take a side note real quick. Remember how we always say attract, not chase? Because we're magnets. So if you have an experiment of two magnets and you have two negative energies, and you're chasing each other, you can't ever fucking get together. But if you have a positive and a negative, you get together, right? So you need to stop and attract the other magnet to you, whether that's finances, whether that's career, whether that's love life. But you know how you do that? You start with yourself. You start with fixing the magnet of your own heart first so that you can attract everything that you need. Because if you're not right with yourself, you're attracting the wrong shit. And it's toxic because you're not right within yourself. So think of yourself as a magnet. Stop chasing. Sit still. Work on yourself so that you can attract. When there's shit in front of magnets, they don't attract, right? So when your chakras are all blocked, you can attract the things into those chakras to help you get what you need to do to alchemize this world. So if you're down to learn how to help yourself, how to alchemize your life while balancing out your soul with your physical and your spiritual, I am your reader for you. And I'm not a reader. I'm a reader, but I'm an energy reader. I'm an energy healer. I read tarot to confirm. I read tarot when I need like pictures or colors or another story. I read cards when I have to do relationship fucking readings for you guys. Anything else? I pull spirit messages because it gives me the focus. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys everything about everything until you guys give me an energy exchange. But the energy exchange that I can give you guys at the first forefront is to give you guys your spirit messages. And tell you what you need to work on at the base. And then if you want more, you come to me and I tell you more. But Teresa, no. No. Hi, Donna. And Teresa, I'm going to give you a heads up. 2 things. Protect your energy and read the room. And the reason why I say protect your energy and read the room is because you don't know who you just went into. You don't go into a room and just go, will I get this? Is this person going to be here for me? When you have no idea what the room is. And you don't know if that reader that you're going into is going to snake your energy as well as the person you're asking for. Protect yourself. Read the room. Make sure you can trust that person you're giving your energy to, because that person that may take your energy may actually take everything that you have coming to you as well, because they know it. And this is for everybody in the room. Before you go and ask that yes or no question to that reader that you're going into, how long have you known the reader? How long have you paid attention to the reader? And how do you trust that reader that's not going to steal your energy? Because it goes both ways. I have people who come in here and steal my energy, and then there's other readers that steal people's energy, that steal your abundance because you've allowed them in your energy so they can see everything that you're coming. So be careful with the energy that you put out there and ask for the people in your energy. My circle is very slow, very small, very slow. I'm slow to create it. Good. Good. Work on you, my love. Don't worry about anybody else. Work on you. Work on you. But there are going to be readers who are going to keep you guys in your energies. There are going to be readers who are going to keep you from not healing. If you go to a reader and all they tell you is just nonsense and not a way to heal, that's not the reader that you need to go to. You need to start healing. You guys need to start focusing on where you can heal. Start focusing on what part of your trauma you can get rid of. Start focusing on the dark night of the souls so that you can have the next awakening, so that you can keep rising, so you can get out of the timeline that Trump and all the orange people of the fucking cult is going to be under. When you're above them, they don't affect you. When you're above them, you watch them crumble under you because they are so low vibrational that all they can see is the glass that's above them, and then you looking down saying, ha 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 ha, because that's where we are. We need to wake up. We need to see the truth, because everything that you've been told is lies. So we need to all reprogram. I need to reprogram every single one of you guys in this chat to believe in yourself and only yourself, most first importantly. And if your spirit team guides you to someone who's like me, who's going to give you the truth and not gatekeep anything on telling you how to raise your vibration and make you somebody that you need to be, do it. Because look, there are 144,000 people that will make it to heaven. But the heaven is within inside of us. And the 144,000 people that are making it to heaven isn't the only people making it to heaven. Because I kept thinking it was only 144 people making it to the new age, right? To the new world, that we're going to create a new world. No. It was part of that. But the 144,000 people reaching the 144,000 hertz are the guiding teachers. There's 144,000 teachers, like galactical fucking teachers who are supposed to awaken. So 144,000 of us are supposed to awaken the collective. So then when you get to your awakening, your job is to awaken your community. I'm awakening the collective for each one of you. So Sweet Tea, Dougie, Carly, I'm supposed to awaken every single one of you. I'm supposed to get you guys aligned to your alignment that you can get to where you raise your vibration so high that you start affecting your family and your community, and where you start doing the teachings to your family and your community, because we are all teachers, but at different scales. I am a galactic teacher to teach you guys. Then you guys teach your family members that teach your community, that then they teach. So if we can get everybody to start bringing into that energy into their families, and then it goes and spreads into the community, guess what? It's a ripple effect. It's an avalanche of awakenings happening, which we need to happen all at the same time so we can bring the balance back to Earth. Baby steps with family is fine. My family, my mom is coming around. My mom's already been around, but I ain't even got to worry about my family. I'm not going off on this one, I promise you guys. But it's also, it is 144 hertz, right? So we're all supposed to awaken to the 144,000 hertz. So the 144 of us teachers that are making it to heaven are supposed to make it so full, so healed, so in our energy, that we found heaven on earth within ourselves to teach you guys what heaven is about. I'm going to say that one more time. 144,000 of us are supposed to are going to find heaven, which is the heaven inside of us, to teach you to find the heaven within you. Because we are heaven, as above, so below. Thank you. Her name is Lucy J. Oops. Lucy J. She's pretty. So, now you all understand why I was gone for a couple days and how heavy these downloads were, to where I had to fucking process everything. Because I was like, I'm about to put myself out there, and I'm gonna have to be prepared to defend myself for people who aren't gonna believe me. But then I put out the energy to where I only had the people that came in that were needing to hear the word, and if they didn't want to believe me, that's on them. So all of you guys here were led here tonight by spirit, because you are part of my collective that I'm supposed to teach, to awaken, to raise up to that vibration, to where then for you guys teach everybody else that's in your community. Not everybody else. You guys aren't supposed to be teachers for the collective. You're supposed to be teachers for your own persons that are with you, so they can be on the same frequency and vibration as you. Just be you. Yep. So, find the heaven within yourself. And that's finding the joy within yourself. That's finding how to balance your chakras. That's figuring out how to get out of all of your egos. That's figuring out how to take each cookie crumb and put it all together. Because life is always going to give you a cookie crumb. They're going to give you synchronicities. They're going to give you signs. They're going to give you words. They're going to give you numbers. They're going to give you fucking colors. They're giving you everything you need to know for you to remember. But it's up to you to take those signs and synchronicities and do something with them. Alchemize them into your life. Or tore up tarot cards, yeah. But I go back to blood is thicker than water, right? Blood is thicker than water. And I say that blood is thicker than water, but your blood is your family that you don't necessarily have to be around, right? Just because blood is thicker than water, it was to confine us to only being in our family, to only trusting our family. You want to know why? Because they didn't want you to be able to find your soul tribe. Because when you find your soul tribe, it's not thicker than blood. Right? That's what they want to say. But here's the thing. Blood is only thick without water. What is water? What does water represent? Actual question to you guys. What is water? What do the cups in tarot represent? Life. It is life. Yes, it is. You're right. Dilution. Yeah, it dilutes blood. Emotion. So, that saying, blood is thicker than water, is because you're not supposed to bring emotions into family. Family is thicker than blood because family is what you create. It is. But they always say bloodlines are thick. But bloodlines are only thick because they're keeping you without finding your soul tribe, because your soul tribe is actually those who bring you into a vibration that you need to be in, because the soul tribe is of you. So when I find my soul tribe, and my soul tribe is so much more energy than my own family, it's because y'all are water. You're my soul tribe. But back in the day, they never wanted to combine emotions into family because drama, control, divine feminines trying to take over and wear the pants as the masculines. I love you, Carly. Bloodlines are the trauma. Much love, many blessings, all the healing light for your sweet dreams tonight, my beautiful girl. But without water, your blood won't flow. So there has to be emotions. There has to be some form of emotion to make things thrive. Because when you hide from those emotions, as everybody has seen who's dealt with the divine masculine who hides from emotions, it doesn't pan well. But it keeps you in the logic energy of moving forward, just focused on working, which keeps you suppressed from creating and serving your purpose. I hope I made sense to a lot of y'all tonight. I hope I'm not going to overwhelm y'all anymore. I made my mind blow and I was down for 2 days. So it's unfortunate that we have to go through shit like this. And it's unfortunate that we have to figure out that everything that we've been taught were lies and that we have to reprogram absolutely everything. But that's why we remember as a kid. And that's why we go to school. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to start that one. Y'all can fucking see where I'm going with that. I'm not even going to start that one. I am not going to drain myself with that energy. But honestly, think about life and think about everything that we do in life and how society has made it the only way to live. I mean, everything's a lie. Is this as good as my life will get? Little to no happiness, deep depression, feel alone, rejected. No, it's not. That's what society is keeping you in. That's where society, they're at point blank. Thank you for proving my point, Margaret. And I'm sorry you're going through that, but that's proving my point of everything I've been talking about tonight. You will get better once you get out of the societal programming. Because society is meant to bring us in depression so that we can't activate our fucking abilities. Work on your chakra systems. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Margaret, make sure you follow me. Make sure you click on the notifications when I go live. And I will be able to start fucking breaking down every foundation that you have ever been built to actually build the foundation that is meant for you. And I offer that to anybody. I also do private readings. I can teach you how to work on yourself throughout those private readings. I am setting up my classes. I'm going to have a Spiritual Wellness 101, Spiritual Wellness 102, Spiritual Wellness 103, Kundalini Mastering 101, Kundalini Mastering 102, Kundalini Mastering 303. We're going to be learning these things. And I will have requirements. Like if you're going to be in my, if you're going to be a teacher and you're going to be in my teaching class to teach other people, you have to have Reiki certified. If you don't if you're going to start trying to help people, you need to have some basic knowledge of the chakras. So spiritual wellness coach will be teaching you how to utilize your chakras, teaching you how. I'm going to be personal training you pretty much in the spiritual wellness coaching classes. That's going to be all about personal training you, teaching you how to know about the chakras, teaching you how to understand the chakras, and teaching you how to maintain the chakras. And then the Kundalini classes will be for those who want to coach and for those who are on the spiritual teaching confirmation, the spiritual teaching. Will you stop making my throat fucking go? Who want to do spiritual teaching. Anyways, coaching, all of that. You will have to make sure you get Reiki certified. But here's the kicker. Here's where I'm going to be doing things differently. My collective, we are going to be doing this as a collective. I need Reiki masters in my collective. Giselle, get your Reiki shit. Bridget, get your Reiki shit. Become masters so you can start teaching. Y'all want to start amplifying yourselves? Stick with me. I'm going to teach people how to teach this. But I have a requirement that if you're going to be a teacher, you have to have at least level Reiki 1. But I am not certifying Reiki masters. I am not going to be certifying anybody in Reiki. I'll be certifying you in your Kundalini. No, you don't. No. You're not saying. No. I'm here to teach you. But I'm also telling everybody my levels of classes. No, I'm going to be your spiritual wellness coach. Hi, I'm Tony. I am a spiritual wellness coach. I'm here to help you with your chakras and reach your Kundalini. I will help you. Just follow. But for those like Giselle, I don't know if you're here anymore. Bridget, are you here anymore? Okay, they're not here anymore. It's late. But if you are a Reiki master in my collective and you can teach and certify other Reiki masters or Reiki certified beings, you will be a recommendation. I will put you on my recommendations so that you can get the business. You can do what you need to do in your Reiki field. Still continue to practice your Reiki. Still continue to do what you need to do in your purpose. You get them certified and they come to me to start their Kundalini. But you guys cannot get on the Kundalini level until you understand the chakras. So there will be lessons, there will be classes, and there will be levels to each one of these things. Because I'm not setting you guys up to fail. I'm setting you guys up to have the most success to alchemize your life. Stick with me. We're going to wake up the collective. And if you're barely awake, let me pour some water on you real quick and splash you up out of bed. I'm going to be that person that's going to shock you. But it's all going to be worth it. You may not like me at the beginning of it, but whoever likes their fucking drill sergeants anyways. It's not until the end of it to where you realize all the work that you've been through was worth it. I'm going to teach you guys what not to do. Whether you listen or not, that's up to you. But I'll teach you what's not to do in order for you to get to where you need to do. Because I've already made the mistakes in the life. I've already gone through the experiences to teach y'all what not to do, but to teach you all how to handle it. First and foremost, drink some water. Every single day, drink with water with intention to bring life back into your system, to bring energy back into your system. It's not just because you have to drink water anymore. Now it's because You want your chakras to be fluid. You want your chakras to be working so you don't feel like shit, so you don't feel exhausted, so that you can enjoy the 24 hours in a day that we have. I will start teaching outside of classes through these collectives, but as far as like more in-depth energy, I will help. It can't possibly get any worse than I've been through going through. Don't say that. Words are powerful, and it can get worse. It can get worse, but you're going to say it's not going to get worse. You've already been through the worst of the worst, and nothing's going to get past that. Margaret, I'm going to teach you something real quick. Words are so powerful. So instead of saying it can't, say, I've reached the worst, and it's only up from here. I have already been through the worst of it. The only way from here is up. Start speaking positively about the negative situations, and they'll turn around quicker than you've ever had anything turn around. Exactly, Diana. Because I can take everything that happens to me in my life and look at it as a lesson. And look at it as, okay, because I've been through it. Anybody in the chat can tell you I've been through it, and I've come up from everything I've gone through. But it's a step. And Margaret, one bite at a time, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself by attacking everything that's going wrong. Take the first biggest thing that is going wrong in your life, reflect on it. We have a full moon that's coming on Saturday. It's all about reflection. That mirror is going to reflect everything on you. Only death, so I can finally get peace. I do that. Journal, think, thought, speak, but still bad. You know, I've thought about that too. I have made sure I have done certain things in my life when I get to that energy that made sure I didn't do that. I've had DV to where it almost took me out twice. I've had two different I've had two different masculines try to unalive me just within the last 7 years. I've had a fire. In 2018, I was part of the Paradise Campfire where the fire took everything that I've owned. Everything except for my dogs. I've been run over by a car when I was 4. 2 inches saved my life. Either 2 inches to the right or 2 inches to the left. The tire would have ran over my entire body or my head. And if I was 2 inches taller, I would have snapped my neck and died. We've gone through it. I've gone through it here. I still have been without a car for 4 months. Guess what? My car got looked at today for the first time without me even asking about it. I won't, but the thoughts are okay. But that's society keeping you in that energy. Because society has trained you and programmed you to think you're not good enough. Has trained you and created trauma to where you don't feel that you can ever work through it. But let me tell you a little secret. I've been exactly where you are, and I've been there multiple times within the last year. Because I've suffered a miscarriage and I still can't get pregnant. I've been trying. It's been 6 years I've been trying to get pregnant. I keep having miscarriages or just not able to get pregnant. I'm 39 years old, and that's a struggle that I deal with every day. That was before I got to this point. But before this point, I felt I was so unworthy that even spirit didn't want to give me a child. And then I have energies that come at me and go, God didn't want to give you a child because you're a piece of shit. But, you know, Not having a child is the most depressing thing that I had to deal with. But I had to take a step back and look at the situations, look at all the traumas, and look at the things that I've done in my life and take accountability for the things that I've done in my life that have led me to where I'm at, good or bad. But take responsibility and accountability of why you are where you are. Not in a bad way. And I'm not trying to sound like a bitch, but I'm saying the moment you start taking accountability and responsibility for just what is happening to you will be the moment you start changing that. Because you've done something that has created the energy and the environment that you have around you. Giselle, are you getting your master's for your Reiki? Good night, Giselle. Hold on. 2 seconds. You left, then you came back. Okay. You and I will chat. But you missed it. I was looking for you and I was looking for Bridget. When I start my classes, especially the Kundalini class, they have to have some at least level 1 Reiki. I'm going to be sending them to you and Bridget. So get your shit ready. Because I'm not a Reiki master. I'm a Kundalini master. So I won't be certifying anybody in Reiki. I'm sending them to you and Bridget and whoever else is going to be Reiki masters. Because I don't have energy for that. But you guys are here for that. So I will alchemize you guys to get there. So be prepared. Start doing your business plan now. Because I will be sending people to you. In order for them to get into my Kundalini classes, they have to have Reiki. Cool. Can you do distance? I'll do one for you. We can do it when I do your reading. I can give you your reading and then you can turn around and do the Reiki on me if you need that. I can do that for you. Okay. Oh, that's totally fine. Look. Ha! 9 of fucking cups at the bottom of the deck. Will I be rejected on the other side? So much fear that I won't be accepted. What other side, Margaret? What other side? What other side are you speaking? And don't live in fear. So your fear is what you need to get out of. Why do you live in fear? What is the biggest fear you have? Not being successful? See, that's your fear is because society has told you that you can't be that way. We need to work on your fear. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. Not even death. You have nothing to fear. You can't do anything like... You can't do anything that's going to piss off your spirit team to abandon you, right? Your spirit team is always going to be there for you. They will never abandon you. They may give you a hit in the head every once in a while because you're not paying attention, but they're never going to abandon you. Yes, much love, many blessings. Good night, girl. But no. Oh, no. Stick with me. Margaret, stick with me. I'll be back on. I'll probably be back on live tomorrow. If not, I'll be back on for sure on Friday. But I will get you out of that fear. I used to be there. I know a lot of people that are there. But you are good enough. You are spiritual. You are powerful. And anybody who says anything to you other than that are lies. And here's another thing. Anything outside of your own thought about yourself is none of your business. So even if you're questioning what spirit thinks of you, that is of you. So if you're wondering what spirit thinks of you, what do you think of yourself? Because that's how spirit reflects back. They love you. They will always love you. But everybody else, it's none of your business. 2 things I learned that changed my life forever. 2 things that changed my life forever. If you want to pay, I can pull cards for you guys if you want, but I will say 2 things that taught me what I needed to get taught. For a general, 20. What people think of me is none of my business. And don't take anything personally because everybody's just projecting. If you go every day walking with that thought, it'll change your life. What people think of you and what people say is none of your business. And don't take anything personally because it's just projection from them. Also, I do have my candles for the portal and full moon coming if you guys want to join in on the candles coming up. Let's see. I'll give you guys, if you guys want spirit messages, put your name in the comments below. If you want to send $2 for a message, that's fine, but I'm not going to give you a general. I learned that from you on how I changed my mindset. Yeah. It's a game changer. Completely game changer. Anybody who says anything to me, I don't take personally anymore. Yes, Sonia. Yes. Alright, Angelica. Oops. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Definitely work on that crown chakra. Definitely work on connection. Sounds good, Sonia. Definitely work on that connection. You got the crown chakra sitting out right here, all of that, and then you have the emotions that are coming out with that. So work on your emotions through your crown chakra. Margaret, are you here still? Put your name in the comments below if you guys would like to get a spirit message. This will be the last thing I do before I get off of here. Because I need to take a shower and go to bed. Margaret, what does Margaret need to hear? Margaret, you got luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius, and you need to start with your root. You feel so insecure. So the root is all about balancing your stability, your security, and your stability, security, and safety. And your root chakra, all of this red energy right here is your root chakra, and that's the base of where you need to start. So go outside tomorrow and go hug a tree, barefoot if you can, and go tell the tree thank you, and tell them everything you have going on. The trees will take that negative energy, alchemize it into a positive energy for you, and bring it back into your oxygen so you can bring in that positive energy from the tree that you just vented to. Because that's what trees do. They alchemize negative to put it into a positive. So go outside barefoot tomorrow and go hug a tree and tell the tree everything that you need to get off your chest like they were your best friend. Okay? Diana. I got you, Sonia. Diana, it's time to take action. I see your sacral in this. It's time to take the action on all of the creativity. It's time to take the action with the new moon in Aries. So that's also going to be happening with the Chiron. It's time to take action on the wounds that you need to work through. Damn. Hi, Spirit. Hi. We are getting... Oh, I love this energy. Okay. You're putting energy into moving to the Redwood Forest. I live in the Redwoods. I just moved to the Redwoods like 4 months ago that I manifested it. That's funny. I love it, Spirit. You're bringing in my tribe. Okay, Sonia. What does Sonia need to hear? What does Sonia need to work on? Oh, yeah. No, if you go to my page, you can see I even have the river right there. You can hear the river. If I were to go outside and walk 2 feet that way, you can hear the river. Sonia. What does Sonia need then? Sonia, you have your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. I'm seeing your solar plexus, your stomach energy, your intuition. You need to work on trusting your gut a little bit more and trusting your intuition when it comes to your hard work and the rewards that you're going to see. You already know what you're going to receive. And trusting your intuition when it comes to your hard work and the rewards that you're going to see. You already know what you're going to receive. And because this is a lot of work that you're putting in. I don't know. I love the river. Yes, I do. Luna. What's Luna need to hear, Spirit? What's Luna need to know? Where's Luna? There we go. You have don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo, which we just, we're in Leo energy right now. We had the full moon last month, but we have full moon coming up on Saturday. Hi. Oh, 100% and so much good energy. Where did I freeze at? What did you hear, Sonia? But yeah, Luna, don't let pride get in your way. You have the full moon coming up. Make sure you are stepping into yourself. You have the sacral and solar plex that you have to work on. You need to start creating. You're doing right with your throat chakra, but now you need to come up with a plan of creation. So there's something that you've been wanting to design that you have thought that you don't have enough ability to do it, but do it. Let me see if I can get that channel back, Sonia. Oh, your hard work is paying off. You need to trust your gut. You need to trust your intuition on the decision that you need to make and know that you are moving forward and that don't worry about the rewards that's coming. Keep pushing forward, pretty much. But trust your gut. Trust your instincts. They're very right. You already see what's coming. You just don't believe it. So true. I think I'm finally connecting with the people that I'm be doing it with. Good. Good. Because look at her. That fierce. That beautiful hair. That body. That flow looks like you. Just that. You have so much body in your hair. It looks like you. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. And look, confidence is key to success. You got both Leo energies right here, girl. Yeah, stop. Stop thinking it. Stop fighting it. Yes, Margaret, exactly. Oh, yeah. You want to go in the redwoods? I can give you the energy of the redwoods until you get here. Yeah, I live next to Smith River in the redwoods. Luna, you are gorgeous. You better step into that Leo fucking goddess fiery energy, please. Yes. The redwoods is so powerful. So you're talking about spirituality and how you don't want you don't want to be rejected spiritually, but they're leading you into the woods. Your spirit team's already with you. Your spirit team is bringing you to where you need to be to thrive, to be in the energy. You need to be around water and trees. Everybody needs to be around water, but I'm glad I can be that little voice in your head. I'm glad. I've never been a little voice in anybody's head before, but I'm glad I can be yours. You're having a hard time get over your ex. Why is that, Mindy? What of their energy are you still attached to? That's what it is, Mindy. You need to figure out what energy that you are still attached to and try to find that within yourself. And when you bring that back to yourself, you won't be attached to him and you'll figure out why that part of that person was making you hang on. I hope to continue to make you feel more hopeful every single day, Margaret. And if you need to private message me, if you ever need, you know, if you're having a hard day and you just need an uplifting, you know, word, reach out. I got you. keep looking up. There's so much bigger and greater things out there than this depression that you're feeling. This is just a small moment in time for the elephant of time that we have. It's one bite at a time, and it's one bite in this life. Don't let it continue to consume you. He's the only one I've loved for the last 8 years. We have crazy amount of connection, fireworks. I started dating someone new a couple weeks ago, and I started dying inside. Because you don't love yourself. You're using validation to love somebody else to avoid loving yourself and looking deep inside to figure out the traumas that you have to work through. I get that. And they're going to be in your life to help you remind yourself on the things you need to work on. I know. And that's why you're so stuck and consumed by an energy that's not yours. But the moment you take that love that you have for him and bring it back inside and start loving yourself even through the traumas, you won't hang on to somebody who doesn't love you. It's not the fact that he doesn't love you. Please know the difference between being in love with somebody rather than loving someone. We can love friends all we want, but the love you're craving isn't what he's going to give you. You need to give that back to yourself. You need to call your energy back, and you need to give that love you're craving from him to you. And then start working through the traumas. You need to cry. You need to release. And the moment you cry and you release is the moment of your death and rebirth. I felt you've been crying. So you're gonna we have a portal and we have a full moon. The full moon is going to continue to reflect back for you. As well as we are in the retrograde of Chiron, which is all about the biggest wounds. He is the wound warrior. He is bringing up all of the wounds that you didn't deal with. So that's why you miss him and you've been crying for 4 days and he got into a new relationship that you feel you're dying inside, is because that is the biggest wound that you didn't deal with, because you know it wasn't the best relationship. You know it was only there to teach you the lessons about yourself, because it didn't work out. Because if it was meant to be, it would have worked out. But what reflections can you do within yourself? It's such a long ass lesson, I know. But if you get through it, you don't have to hurt anymore. So you have an option. Hurt through the lesson to get past it, to move on, or continue to sit still in the same hurt that you'll be in forever until it takes you out. But either way, you're going to still be going through the hurt. One leads you to a better outcome, into a nicer future, to attract something else to you. And one keeps you in a stagnant energy, miserable, and depression. Which decision do you want to make? Because no matter what, you're going to still be feeling the energy, but the outcome's going to be different. Which outcome do you want? And I'm going to go ahead and say you want the outcome of a better outcome, right? So do the work. Because you're going to be hurting doing the work. But as you're hurting, you're healing. Hopefully there's other guys that's better. My answer, there is. I promise you. Because the moment you go within yourself and you love yourself unconditionally, you can manifest your divine counterpart in the energy you deserve, not desire. Because there's a difference between desire and deserve. When you get what you deserve, you're already getting what you desire. Because you don't have to fight with what you deserve. Because desire is only temporary. It does make your body stress. That's why you got to work on your root. They used to tell me the best way to get over people is get under them. Well, that's hitting your sacral, so you know that intimate energy, but it's temporary, but it gives you a new energy to restart. Right? Sometimes you need a refresher, and the refresher will be like, okay. And so somebody new may give you a different outlook. So my expectations are way too high. That's okay. You can manifest somebody to be good. You can manifest that sacral to be on point. You can manifest that. Anybody can be good in bed. That's amazing. Anybody. Here's the difference though too, Mindy. If you're with the person that you're meant to be, you won't even have to worry about that because that'll just be natural too. It's the connection that creates that. It's the connection that creates that. You guys were connected in the sacral. You guys were connected in the codependency part of it. You were codependent on each other. So it wasn't about emotions. It was about that. But it became a type of emotion that kept you guys there. But you guys didn't grow. And because you guys didn't grow together, that's all it was. So find a relationship all about growth because that intimacy will go along with it. Yeah, exactly. Start with feeling secure within yourself. Start feeling stable within yourself. Start feeling worthy within yourself. But I'm telling you, Mindy, you are a very strong, powerful lover. And the moment you love yourself with that love, fuck, girl, your life's going to be so different. You won't even have to worry about those O's because you'll know what the O's are all about. It's all about connection. Because sex magic is the most powerful magic that you can create. That's why they said, hence why they said, don't have sex before you get married. Because you can manifest with those O's. And that's why they suppressed us women from trying to use sex magic, telling us that we had to wait until we were married just throwing extra shit out there for y'all to start fucking thinking about how society and the way that it was programmed into our heads on how wrong it is and how it suppresses everything that we are. What do I think about the mustache thing? That's so funny. My boyfriend has a mustache and he asks me like once a week, do you hate it yet? Do you hate it yet? And I go, you know what? I don't care. I don't have an opinion on it. I'm not going to tell somebody how to be uniquely themselves. If my boyfriend wants a mustache, even if I don't like it, I'm not going to tell him to shave it. I'm not going to tell him to do something that he wants to do for himself because that's my attraction to him is spiritually. My attraction to him is everything I see and everything I get from him, which is being treated with the most utmost respect and love. That's my attraction to him. I don't care what he has on his face. So if he has a mustache, he has a mustache. If I don't like it, I'm still not going to tell him to cut it. He's asked me if I like it, and he's asked me if I don't like it. I'm impartial. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I don't like it. All I know is that he likes it, and I'm not going to change him. We do. But it's taken a lot, Mindy. 3 years ago, I was strangled and almost unalived by my ex-husband. I've come a long ways. I've had to love myself in order to receive the love I deserve out of abuse and out of a narcissistic energy. I went to therapy for 6 months because I learned to love myself. And I went to therapy and she goes, "Why are you here?" I said, "Because I have been in relationships the wrong way. I only know love one way, and that's narcissistic. How do I come into this programming to reprogram my brain to not accept narcissistic love, to accept the love I deserve?" It took me 6 months to get out of the narcissistic energy that I had been in with my father and every other relationship that I have been in, to understand where I can make those changes for myself to no longer accept narcissistic love, because that's all I knew. So the moment I knew something else and taught myself or learned something else, I was able to internalize it, for therefore love myself unconditionally, to where I was able to manifest the right man for me. I'm Tony the Tiger. No, I love you. Thank you, Mindy. I tell him what I like most, but it truly doesn't matter either way because I love you both ways. Exactly. Same here, girl. I learned that from my son's absent grandmother reached out after 16 whole years. Allow her to reach out. Go with the flow, Morgan. Don't overthink it. Don't try to control it. See what pans out. Don't worry. Manifest. Yes, it's powerful. Yes, it is. He's very powerful. But I manifested Jeremy. I had a twin flame. I had him in my grasp. Spirit didn't want me with that twin flame. My twin flame was to teach me all of the triggers that I needed to learn about myself. I'm with my soulmate. Jeremy's my soulmate, but he's also my provider and my protector. I manifested someone that would listen to me. I manifested someone that would treat me with love and kindness, not abuse and control. But that was because I had to love myself to get out of the thumb of my controlling father my entire life, which brought me in controlling relationships and non-deserving relationship for that man that I was with, to going like, no, it's my turn, but I need to do it for myself. And I need to get out of that because I'm sick of it. That's not the way I want to live my life. It's not the way I wanted to live my life. So how do you make the changes? You get uncomfortable, so you make the changes, which creates the growth, which creates the healing, which then creates the confidence to have whatever you want, because you can create that. But you just have to believe it, and you have to trust it, and you have to love yourself first. Yeah, that sounds like me still here. I'm going with the flow. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. And to put in the work as a couple. Yes. And here's another kicker, you guys. I've been working on my relationship because it takes work. No, he has warrants out for his arrest, but he never went to jail. He fled, and then he left the state and then came back. It's been a lot, but he never got arrested. He will one day. His karma will come back to him one day. Well, part of his karma, he took my quad and broke his back. Yes, damn Delulu. He did break his back, so I will say that was part of it, but I ain't worried. My spirit team will take care of him when he's not watching my pigs anymore. But yeah. And then the guy before him didn't get arrested either. He did more damage to me than my ex-husband. But what I say is, I have 2 pigs. I'm a farmer. I have 40 chickens. I have 2 pigs. I have cats. I have a cat rescue. I rescue cats. But I have 2 pigs. You're vegan. Yeah, I have 2 miniature potbelly pigs. They're my favorite. But I don't have them here. I need it. Once I get my car fixed, I can finally bring them here. But again, going with the flow. Whoever was talking about with going with the flow, yes. Whoever I was talking about was like going with the flow or whatever, I promise you, if you just go with the flow, things will go, thank you. Things will go well. I haven't thought about my car. I know, Pagan. I haven't thought about my car. I haven't tried to even like find anything else on my car. I've kind of just, yes, Midnight. I've kind of just been waiting for something to work out with my car. My car has been down since April 28th. I haven't had my car. And try to fix it myself. I changed the alternator myself. I changed everything myself that I could. Still wasn't working. So I've let it sit there for the last 4 months without worrying about it, you guys. I haven't worried about my car or worried that something was going to work out for me. Guess what? My neighbor's son today came over and started working on my car today, just fucking out of nowhere. I've just believed that something was going to work out for me. I've just believed that whatever was meant to happen was happening for me. And that whatever lesson I needed to learn, I learned it. I took accountability of why my car was down. But there's nothing I've been able to do about it. There's absolutely nothing I've been able to do with my car for the last 4 months except for just wait for Spirit to either tell me when I'm ready to start working on it again or send me a new vehicle. And today, my neighbor, the kid, the Josiah, he came over, he mind blown, like, hey, let's work on your car. What? I haven't talked about it. I haven't talked to nobody about it. I haven't mentioned it. I haven't even said anything to him. I know. Oh, yes, I did. 100%. I did an egg cleanse and I was like, oh, yeah. But I've had to unblock it. But yeah, no. And then I've just like let it go and I was just like, okay, whatever. But I've had a lot of blocks because I've had to get out of my own way. Get out of my own mind frame. Waiting for the man to change his mind, said my piece, now going with it. Good. That's all you can do. An egg cleanse. So you take an egg, you put in the intention, please cleanse out my energy. I did it naked. I kind of did it like somewhat naked. I rubbed it on all of that. I know, Midnight. Thank you for that heads up. I know. I'm doing fasting. So that's my offering right now. But I need to set up my altar. So you're just coming in here to tell me I need to set up my altar, which I already know I need to set up my altar, Spirit. I need to get there. I know. I'll do it tomorrow. Thank you. No, I know. I've been needing to set up my altars. I'm going to set up an outside altar. I just brought my stuff up back from my other house to set up my altar. My dog jumped out of a 2-story window last night, so I've been a little preoccupied with that today. And my boyfriend's been gone, so I'm managing everything. Oh, I know. You just gave me confirmation that I need to set up my fucking altar. And it's not a block. We actually have a family curse on us. So you actually are just coming in as whoever you are to help me because I have a family curse on me that I've been trying to get off of. And I'm doing a fasting for that. Oh, she has separation anxiety. My dog that jumped out. Maybe that's why you're here. Because me and my boyfriend and I were just talking about it today on how, like, I don't think I can break this family curse myself. Let's just say my family's cursed to not have children. That's how bad that curse is. Yeah, I know that too. I know. But I did an egg cleanse. So you take the egg. She's all cleaning herself right now. And I don't know if you guys know, but I have my black cat right here too. So I'm very well protected. Gypsy or European witch. Nice. My mom's a gypsy. My mom is a gypsy. I'm a gypsy. I'm a kundal. I'm an ascended master, but yeah, my mom's a gypsy. So I have gypsy blood. I'm a Bruja gypsy pagan. All love. Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out though. But so you take an egg, you rub it all over your body, you crack it, you see how many times it takes you to crack. If it takes you a couple times to crack, then you have a lot of attachments, but you crack the egg in water. Don't look at it at the top, look at it from the bottom and see. You can see if you have any, you can see how the egg is. Explain gypsy. The gypsies are really fun. I'm trying to think. More like, yes, room temp eggs too. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Hi Shay, how are you? So the gypsy energy, I just see my mom. I just see so much free, wild and free. Like they do rituals and stuff, but it's like, it's more, oh my God, what am I trying to fucking say? It's not as ritualistic. She did. Free spirit. Thank you, Brooke. Yes, I have not been eating today, so my cognitive is gone. Plus, I told everybody my downloads earlier, so I appreciate that. I'll send you a message, Midnight. I'll follow back. I just messaged you. Yeah, no, my mom's a gypsy. She's fun. She's free, wild, no rules, no, you know, like, they're not ritualistic, you know, they just do shit on a whim. Very, very free-spirited. Roman, Italian, like a hippie. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. The hippie of the witches. Yeah, you can say that. That would be a great way to compare. Well, that's what's on me, so. Yeah, no. That's. I mean, if we really think about it, all of us are everything, but what we practice is what is what we're called to. A lot of baby memories, and no, I said I was born in the wrong decade that I should have been. Oh, yeah. Born in the 60s, it's not bad. I would do a fasting. I mean, I was going to invite everybody to do a fasting. I was going to invite everybody to do what I'm doing as a collective. Thank you for the heart, me. Every time I was eating, I was still hungry, so that's why I started a fast too. 86. That you should have been born in the 86? That's funny. I'm born in 86. Did you just throw up? Oh, you just woke up. My cat drools like I do. No. Hi, I'm Tony. I have a kinesiology degree and a Kundalini awakening. I know all about the body. I know all about everything that I'm doing. It's not a negative effect, I promise you. Trust me, I know I am very well rehearsed in the body. Very well rehearsed in everything that it comes with. This is being led by my spirit team. So you're telling me that it can lead to negative effects when my spirit team is telling me to do this? No. I'm not doing it just to do it. I'm a fucking 100 pounds. You think I'm fucking doing it for anything but spiritual? Psh, I'm trying to break up my family curse here. But fasting can have negative effects if you're not... You didn't go well with you? I can teach you how to fast. I can teach you how to fast properly. But fasting is actually, if you really look into the spirituality of spirits, fasting is part of spirituality because you have to fast spiritually and detox spiritually. So you weren't ready to fast when you did it, and that's why it didn't work out for you. And people think it's bad because I can only... You need to just do a fast, 3-day fast. I usually have to eat every 4 to 6 hours. You have to be in the mind frame too. Kinesiology. Kinesiology is the study of the body movement. So range of motions, physiology of the body, everything about the body. I know the physiology of the body, the biomechanics of the body, the exophysiology of the body, and the range of motion of the body. Plus I know the spirituality of the chakra system. So I know everything in and outside of the body. Everything about the body. So Midnight, you can help me and I'll help you with an energy exchange. I'll teach you how to help you with your physical and spiritual body, and you can take that curse off my family. I am preparing to get gastric bypass. I feel like I'm starving. Can I help you first before you get that gastric bypass? When are you, or is it already scheduled for surgery? Let me help you. Okay. You and I, we can do an energy exchange. You have it in 77 days. But you still have to lose weight for that, don't you? No? Okay. I think I accidentally eat a fast food too often. Just don't feel hungry but drink coffee. You just have a horrible relationship with food, Diana. No, I know. I don't know. I just have seen and heard like my friends that have gone through gastric surgery, they've had to lose weight. So it was a genuine question. I wasn't saying it was like, don't you have to? That's a genuine, because I've had multiple friends who've had to. But still, let's get you to feel comfortable. It does, Brooke, and that's exactly what I'm needing to do. My spirit team has, because I've been healing and I've reached certain levels and certain vibrations, that my team for the last like month, it was like, stop gardening. And it's not to stop in general forever. It's, I needed to detox. I need to get to a certain level of spirituality right now to finish off my initiation. And I can't do it with the intake I'm doing. Any type of food or caffeine or weeding or anything like that. Anything that I'm doing right now, I just need to stop and detox. So I am detoxing everything out of me spiritually. Because anything I eat right now nothing alchemizes in my body. So even eating right now doesn't do anything for me. Because my body and my soul aren't connected, because my body needs to catch up to my soul. So I need to fast. I need to detox everything, get everything out so I can reach that level and then make a decision what I want to do later. But food hasn't been sticking. Like, I haven't been wanting any of the food that I usually like. I eat and then I'm hungry because it's not fulfilling. Yeah. Brooke, I would do a little bit of a spiritual, not even a 3-day one, just do a 24-hour cleanse. When I first started when I started this section of the awakening, 5 years ago, I fast. And that was because I fasted to start my transition and my transition into spirituality. So it's not a bad thing. You guys just have to be mentally prepared and understand why you're doing it. There has to be a why, and that why has to continue to move you forward. But yeah, Miss Lucy, but it's also, you guys, consuming water. And look, Midnight Rose, when you fast, I love her. I know she's a rare tabby. She's a very, very rare tabby. But also, like, I'm here. I would love to help you. I would love to help you, Brooke. I would love to help you. Please let me help you. But Midnight, you can also have lemon in your water when you're fasting. I have in my water right now, even as fasting, but because it's herbs or nutrition. Oh, I need to put my lavender in here. But in here, I have lime, which cleanses you spiritually. I have cucumber, which gives you a little bit of flavor and nutrition. Cilantro, because I fucking love cilantro. And I love the flavor of cilantro. And oranges, because if you think about it, oranges give you that natural energy, right? If you're diabetic, they give you, well, certain diabetics or whatever, they give you orange juice to give you that energy. So I put oranges in here. Tomorrow I'm going to do oranges, mint, and lavender. You use elderberry syrup to boost your immune system. That's good. That's really good. Honey is really good for that too. Take a spoonful of honey every day. Amazing. But I have fresh mint. We grow mint here on land. We grow lavender here. We have oregano, lemon balm, all of that stuff. If you have anything that's herby in your own garden that you grow yourself or have somebody that you can get from, not from the store. If you have to go to the store, that's fine. But it works better if you get it from here or from yourself or your people that you know. I love that. That's awesome. Make your own. Oh, I was like, find someone that gets you honey. Honey's so good for you too. I'll be on Friday for sure. I'll be doing the candles. I might be on tomorrow just to offer for the candles so I can get prepared for Friday. I don't take medicine. I don't take any. Sorry. Let me digress. The only time I take my muscle relaxers was when I was going through my Kundalini awakening. Yeah, but I don't take medicine. I was run over by a car. I have a degenerating spine, a reverse curve in my neck. I have a back that causes a lot of pain. Causes a lot of pain. Of damage to me 5 years ago as the car did. So I have a lot of body issues. I have a lot of pain issues. I don't take medicine. I do everything naturally. Turmeric, pepper, those are great to put together. Turmeric, cayenne pepper, and pepper. Those are really great for inflammation in the body. Wild lettuce is a natural painkiller. Yes, we have some of that too. Yes, it is, Brooke. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Our awakenings, people don't understand, but our awakenings are painful. Because our body has to catch up to the vibration and the frequency of our soul. So what it's doing is just like if you're going to the gym. You're going to the gym and you're doing your exercises, right? You're breaking your muscles in your fucking body. You're ripping your muscles in order for them to rebuild bigger and stronger. It's exactly what happens to our body when we're awakening. We're breaking down everything, breaking down our muscles, breaking down, ripping those tissues, so that when it comes back together, it's builded better and bigger and stronger to hold the soul of our vibration as we start awakening and ascend. I will, Midnight Rose. Much love, many blessings, all the healing light for your sweet dreams tonight. Get some sleep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My first awakening... No, not my first awakening. One of my ascensions, I had a panic attack. And I started crying. And my chest hurt so bad. And then I realized, what is going on? And I was like, oh my God, this is an ascension. Oh my God, this hurts. Blessed be. Yeah, no. Ascensions and awakenings are painful. My Kundalini awakening was so, like, they'll tell you, if you look it up, I did not understand. I thought I can handle the pain because of my pain tolerance. Oh my God, I have never been in so much pain in my entire... I've never felt so much pain besides my awakening, and my Kundalini was wild. I remember you had one of them on here, I think. Yes, I did. How do I tell the difference between awakening and ascension? So we have 3 awakenings in our life, but we have multiple ascensions. So you have awakening when you're born. You have an awakening when you awaken to the first part of your spiritual, you're born and then 8 years old. That's an awakening. And then you have an awakening when you come back to figuring out who you are, after you're suppressed. And then, so you're born, that's an awakening. 8 to 9 years old, that's an awakening. And then what happens after that, based off society and your parents and all of that, if you haven't stayed in your awakening and if you didn't ascend throughout those times of your life, then you were suppressed until you finally had an adult awakening. So then you have your adult awakening. You're that. And then your ascensions, that's when you are done with your dark night of your soul. You've worked through your base of your shadows that you've had to work on, because you have shadows throughout your healing journey. But you have the awakening, the opening of the door at least. So that's your awakening of that. Your awakening of you, your dark night of the soul, all of that. When you get done with that, the only other awakening that you can have after that is your Kundalini awakening, should you choose to. Because not everybody chooses, and not everybody's meant to have a Kundalini awakening, because it takes time and it takes a lot of practice, effort, patience. It takes a lot. So not everybody reaches it. But that would be the last awakening that you have. Everything in between is an ascension. So think about, you have 7 chakra systems. So you want to ascend in each one of those, if you think about it. You work on your root, you ascend in that. You work on your soul or your sacral, you ascend in that. But you would have multiple ascensions because you're growing each one of your aspects of yourself. So you ascend into different timelines until you reach your highest timeline. And those aren't as heavy. It's whatever you're ascending at that time. So my heart chakra, when I ascended that, I had that panic attack, but I was ascending my heart chakra, my root, stuff like that. So for sure. Yeah, it's, you'll be able to know. You'll be like, my awakening's done, this is an ascension. What am I ascending? And then you're like, oh, I'm on my next level. I've reached that. I've surpassed that. I closed that door. I'm into this next door, next threshold, whichever you look at it. But yeah, that's how that process works. Your root chakra. That is all about your root chakra. So your next point of healing, next point of focus, priority, is your root chakra. That is going to help you with your security, your stability, and your safety. Feeling safe within yourself, feeling secure within the world, and feeling stable within finances and your mind and your life, with everything that you feel stable with. Being with your partner, whoever, that's your root chakra. So start on that. And once you start understanding where your root is, you'll ascend that, and then you'll go to your sacral, and then your solar plexus, and then your heart, and then your throat, and then your third eye, and then your crown, and then your ether. Well, now you have confirmation. Now you have confirmation of what you've been feeling or seeing or anything like that. But yeah. So, does that make sense to everybody? Does that make sense? Am I making sense to people? Today is a crazy night. See, I'm fasting right now. I haven't eaten anything, but because I'm serving my purpose, I have all the energy that I can have. That's how you know. That's how you know you're serving your purpose. That's how you know you're doing what you're meant to do. If you're doing something that drains you, or if you're doing a job that's draining you, please go find something that is calling you. Go find something that your soul is meant to do. Because I should be drained right now. I was so tired. I didn't want to come on tonight. I was so tired, but I was walking around, walking the dogs, getting my serotonin, getting my exercise in. And I was like, I'm going to go live tonight. I'm going to figure out. I'm going to get that energy. I haven't even I haven't felt tired this entire time I've been on the live. But I can tell you, prior to this, I was so exhausted, so starving, so am I really going to make the 3 days? Spirit said, go live. I listened to Spirit. This is why. You guys give me my energy. And I'm not ciphering your energy either. I'm doing my purpose to where I'm giving you my energy. Thank you. So I'm thankful and grateful for each and every single one of you who have come in tonight. And I'm grateful and thankful for each of you who have sat and listened and have taken anything that I have said and internalized it, and will start making the changes within yourself to make those changes for your life. I'm not doing this for me. The only benefit I'm getting is the energy that I'm gaining from serving my purpose. I want to see you guys all rise. And that'll be my reward, is watching each and every single one of you reach this level. Reach this fucking timeline. Reach your highest timeline. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. No more spiraling. Let's rise up. Stop the spiraling. Go hug a tree. And then work on that root. And go from there. It starts with your guys' root, you guys. Feel stable within yourself. Feel secure enough to trust your spirit team to get you in any aspect and any fucking thing that you're going through. They have your back. They're not abandoning you. They're not neglecting you. You're neglecting your team by not connecting to them. Well, Reaper, we are in Chiron retrograde as well, which is going to bring up every wound that you haven't dealt with and force you to work on it. So where is your life going wrong that you feel is going wrong? Where can you take accountability and take the responsibility of your life acting a fool and fix it? Not only is Chiron here trying to give you a reflection on your wounds, but we got this full moon that's coming up. It is. The past is coming back to haunt us right now, 1000%. With all the retrogrades and the Chiron that's there, it's forcing us to fix the issues so we all can, so everybody can awaken. We need to bring that balance back. The only way we fix the United States and the bullshit that's going on here is to awaken the collective. And what do you think they're doing? They're trying to suppress the collective because they feel the shift when everybody starts awakening. So they're doing everything they can to... Chiron, he is the warrior planet. He is the healing warrior. So Chiron is the planet that deals with reflection of your wounds. He is the warrior of wounds. So he'll help you battle them. He'll help you face them, but he's also going to help you reflect them. So not only is he going to show you the wounds, he will help you fight the wounds, but you have to be willing to fight those wounds. You have to be willing to do the work. He'll lead you to that fucking forest, but you have to utilize the trees. But the past is coming back because those are the shadows that you've hid so far down, that you've suppressed and you haven't dealt with, that they're going to come back to make you work on them, so that you can start being in the right energy and the higher vibration. Also, I do offer private readings. I just wanted to, Spirit's like, you better tell people. I do offer private readings, so if you do need or want a more in-depth look into how I can help you heal, just message me. I do hour readings. I don't do anything less than that because I can't do enough for you within a half hour, because I do very, very in-depth readings for you. So if anybody is interested in fixing that or wanting to connect, also, I will be doing classes and stuff, so everything's going to be doing that. So if you're not following, make sure you're following. I am going to do the last... I do mediumship, I do chakra reads, I do love readings, I do Reiki readings. Yeah, I offer... mediumship's one of my favorite. I actually just did a mediumship one, and it was actually a lot of fun. Honestly, I will never lie. My mediumship and my chakra readings are my favorite off of line. Online, my matches are my favorite. But I do all the readings. I do whatever readings you want. I can tell you about your past life because I have the Akashic records. I can tell you what your specialty is. Which one? Matches. So I do matches here on live. They are a energy reading. It pretty much tells me your future and current energy for somebody, a partner, a parent, a pet, a deceased person, pretty much anybody's energy that you want to see that's connected to you. I do an energy read through matches, through fire. I read the flame, I read the matches, I tell you what is going on between the two of you or the three of you if there's 3 people involved, and go from there and tell you an outcome. Expect powerful change. What does Brooke need to know? What does Brooke need to know? Brooke, you are good enough. You have the full moon in Virgo. You are worthy enough. You are good enough. You need to work on your heart chakra. You need to tell yourself that everything... How do you choose for which part? But I wanted to give you a card. You are worthy. You are good enough. Everything you want is already yours. Everything you desire is already in your hand. But your grief you need to work on as well, because that's what's holding back your heart chakra. How do I choose for what? Oh, the matches? You pick the person. If you want it as an unknown person, then we just leave it blank. Yeah, Barb, I'll give you a spirit message. But yeah, work on your grief, Brooke. Work on that heart chakra. Feel worthy enough that you can get over the past. What does Barb need to hear? Barb. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. I'm definitely seeing your throat chakra is very heavy on here. You got to work on your heartbreak, girl. Work on that grief. But meditate and contemplate new moon, and you got to work on your heartbreak, girl. Work on that grief. But meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. I'm seeing the throat chakra. Have graciousness with your words you speak to yourself. And then meditate on, meditate and contemplate. Use the words better for yourself. What do you want to manifest? How do you want to manifest your words to alchemize? That makes sense. Good. Good. What can you learn from that heartbreak, Brooke? Ah, I see, Barb. I see. I love you. That's awesome. Resilience is a good way. Yeah. And what lesson is it teaching you? How much love I have to give. My question to you is, how much love of that you give to everybody else do you give to yourself? And how many of the people that you give do you expect something back? Yep, exactly. Your self-worth. Exactly. Take back your self-worth. Take back that love to love yourself, because the people that you love aren't appreciating it. So if they're not appreciating it, that means you're not appreciating the love you're giving yourself. Because everything's a reflection. So how people are treating you is how you're treating yourself. Think about that, y'all. I'm going to repeat that one more time for the people in the back. How people are treating you is how you are treating yourself. Yep. And that's why you're going through everything you're going through, Brooke. So remember, everything you're going through is an experience for you to connect to other people so you can help them through that. Just like I've gone through. I've gone through everything so I can teach you guys and help you guys get through it and teach you that I'm still here after everything I've been through. But your purpose, you are a teacher. Anybody who's in this room is somehow, somewhat a teacher. And you're going through it. So you have to learn the lessons within those moments, but you have to be quicker with those lessons to learn them so you can move on to the next lesson you need to learn so that you can teach the people the lessons they need to learn. Because my entire life, I always knew that I am going through everything, not for me, but for everybody else. And I did. I went through everything for everybody else so I can connect to other people and figure out how to help you guys heal through that issue. Exactly. Yeah, like I said, I've always said that what I'm going through is not for me. Everything that I have gone through in my life wasn't for me. I knew I was here to make a change in the world. So that means I had to go through all of the bullshit, all of the hard times, all of the experiences. Because we always say same shit, different day, right? Same situation, different person. Everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through some form of that situation. It's just us that we can encourage those to keep rising up out of it and how to teach us how to get out of it. Because being aware is fun and all, but after you're made aware, it's then, where are the tools that I need to get out of it? So I'm here to bring you the awareness, but then bring you the tools for you to get yourself out of it. I'll lead you to the lake with the straw. It's up to you to figure out how to use the straw. Exactly, Brooke. Exactly. You lowered your vibration because you wanted validation, because you didn't want to feel alone, whereas this journey is the most alone you will ever be, but the most rewarding when you find your soul tribe. It's been a lonely journey, but it's been fun because I can find my soul tribe. Yeah, we're supposed to be alone. It's a very lonely journey because those who are supposed to be on our vibration aren't rocking with us from the get-go. We find them along the way. Exactly, Brooke. Exactly. Remember, everybody has a reason, a season, a lesson, and a time. But everybody's in your life for a reason, a season, a lesson, or a lifetime. Those who are the reasons and the seasons and the lessons will not be there forever. They come in our life for that time, and then they leave in that life. But we hang on to people that aren't deserving of our energy so much because we need validation. And we're not giving ourselves the validation that we need, so we seek it from other people because we don't know how to give ourselves the validation because we're alone, where we can't even be an energy of alone because society makes it seem like we can't be alone. But we're supposed to be alone every once in a while. We're not supposed to stay alone, but that's where meditation comes from. Lone time to meditate and connect and ground, refresh, reset. Ooh, yes, Diana. I love that. Yes, it is very possible it's your true soulmate, just wrong time. My boyfriend now and I, we had a life, not this past life that I lived, but the life before that. We've had past life together, and it was the wrong time. I was doing what I'm doing now. He was a witch hunter. I ended up sacrificing myself for him to not get in trouble and get unalived. And so I was unalived, and we made a pact that we would come back into this lifetime. I'm not saying that it's a different lifetime, but I am saying that there are soulmates for us, and there are reasons for us, and sometimes it's not the right time. I love that, Diana. It's fun. It wasn't there, it was this lifetime. I either could have been with my twin this life or my soulmate, and it's my soulmate. Yeah, we came back to each other. So you have those times. I mean, it could be also, you could not be in your healed energy right now. He could not be in his healed energy right now. So when you start focusing on yourself, the divine feminines are always the leader. We're always the mirror. We're always the reflection. So if you take the lead, and whoever is meant to come to you, if they're going to feel that vibration, they'll do the healing because they're picking up that vibration. So everything's in free will right now, and what they're telling me right now is that there still needs to be some choices to be made in order for that to be solidified. He is one. He's not your one yet because you aren't your one yet either. But he can be. You, how do I say this? Your journey is the one that will determine that. It is all about divine timing. I feel like he's your fucking twin flame. But Yep, you have to heal first and he'll follow. And it takes time. Because my divine masculine right now, my boyfriend, he's had to watch me heal for him to start healing himself. Even as together as a partner. He's not healed. But I had to be in my healed energy before we even started dating. And then I had to heal things throughout our relationship inside of us in order to heal for him to start. But he's been healing as I was healing. But there are certain things that he has to heal that I can't help with. But I can guide him. But no, your person, I swear to God, I feel like he's your twin flame. Did they say you're a twin flame or say you're soulmates? Because the way it's sounding and the way that I'm feeling is that he's your twin flame. Because usually that's how it happens with twin flames. I was like, that sounds like a twin flame. If you both do the work, you can get back together. If not, then you won't be. What's the difference? A lot. If you want to know about how your relationship will be, that's a reading, my love. That's a $20 reading. So soulmates, we have so many soulmates. There's multiple soulmates in this world. We have partner soulmates, parent soulmates, pet soulmates, friend soulmates. Soulmates are part of our soul family, but I'm just giving you like the footnotes. Yes, you do, Mia. But the twin flame is a mirror. The best way I can say of a twin flame is a mirror. It is of you. Of the opposite sex or the opposite divine. So if both of you are not in, if both of you aren't healing, okay, hold on, let me figure this out. Yes, exactly. Yes. It's a flame split into two and split into the duality. Until you find your divine masculine energy with your divine feminine energy personally, your twin won't come back together. So you personally need to balance your divine feminine, balance your divine masculine, work on your healing for that divine masculine to come back to you. He's your twin flame. Everything that you were describing before I even asked was like, that's your twin flame, that's not a soulmate. I mean, I'm here to bring twin flames back together and have them have kids. So if you're here trying to connect to your twin flame, I can help you heal. But I'm not gonna help you chase your twin. I'm gonna help you heal to attract your twin back to you. I can say I'm still on a twin flame journey because I'm not dead and neither is he. So technically, nothing is solidified until we are back in the stars. I'm with my man. My twin flame just got married again, but he just got married. Yeah, so it's already there. You have 2 babies already? Of course you have 2 babies already. Well, there you go. That's another reason why you're in here. Yeah, I am meant to bring you guys back together. Fuck, girl. My twin flame journey. I've known this man for 15 years. We never dated. But we have that connection so strong, he was scared. Yeah, I know. Each time I approached him, he ran and got married to somebody else. Yours still pesters you from the other side, 1000%. That's so funny, Diana. Still, you will never, ever get away from your twin. I was like, his journey didn't end. But no. Yeah. No. I knew he was something special to me. I convinced my love. He turned around and got married to a woman. They were married for 10 years. They ended up getting a divorce. He reached out to me. We started getting back into contact, just being friends, because we were best friends. We started talking again. He offered to help me get out of my abusive marriage to live. So I moved into his house for a couple months. He was single. He was getting his divorce, just lost his daughter. I was working on running from my abusive relationship. We lived together for 2 months. My dogs killed his cat, and we never spoke ever since. And he got married after I told him after we had the connection. He told me he never wanted to work on his shadows. He never wanted to work on any of that. He knew we were twins before I knew we were twins. But he said he never wanted to work on the shadow and that he would never allow my light to shine on his darkness. And so that was that. And he then started dating a lady, and now he's married to her after 2 years of dating. Because I was close. So each time I was close enough to be with my twin, he ran the other way and married somebody to make sure he couldn't stay in this, and make sure that he didn't want to do the healing. So I'm with my soulmate. Is it something that I'm happy with? I'm in love with my soulmate. Is it different? It's different. Do I know how it would be? I do. And I know this might sound bad, and babe, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I'm not saying I'm settling on you, but I'm very happy with you. It's just not the energy that I know I have with my twin. But that's not anything that would surprise him, because when we first got together, I told him I have a twin flame out there, and I've been completely honest with my man about everything spiritually and everything that's been going on. And he's had a little fear that I would leave for my twin, but I told him he got married, so he doesn't have to worry anymore. It's very toxic relationships. My twin's a Virgo. I'm a Cancer. It would work because Virgos and Cancers work super well together, and that's actually like the only sign that actually can fucking deal with the Virgos bullshit. But because he already knew that my light was so bright, he didn't want to deal with the shadows at that time. It was going to be toxic. It was going to be nothing but toxic. Yeah, Capricorns are wild. And I'm not going to say twin flames are even worth being in a relationship with, because it's toxic the entire time until you're in your complete healed energy. Because you guys are going to force each other to fucking work through all the wounds, work through everything. I'm very more peaceful with my man right now, Barb. I have more peace with my man for sure. It's hard work. That's why another reason why I'm thankful I'm with my soulmate and not my twin, because that would have been, I don't even know. So I'm thankful I'm with my soulmate. I'm thankful to be with Jeremy instead, because he's my provider and my protector, and us healers always need a protector, and he is a protector. Thankful I'm with my soulmate. I'm thankful to be with Jeremy instead, because he's my provider and my protector, and us healers always need a protector, and he is a protector. I felt weird just going to the grocery store yesterday without him, because he's always with me and I always bring him. So, yeah. Yeah, soulmates are. I'm 100% happier with my soulmate than when I was with my twin. We did not work out well in this lifetime. Nope. See, I go both ways. Had my twin been in a healed energy, we would have been fine. But him being the passive, as aggressive as he is, and a Virgo like that, it probably wouldn't have worked. He wasn't ever allowing me in. That was the thing. He was never going to allow me in because I was so powerful. Oh yes, I'm very safe. He was the one that called the sheriffs when my ex-husband tried to unalive me because I had no voice to call 911. He completely took my voice. I had to go into a throat specialist to see if I was ever going to get that part of my voice back. Yeah. I can't have a high-pitched voice. But anyways. Alright, y'all. Yes, I did. Yeah. He wrapped me up like a snake trying to eat its prey. Not even sure if I have figured either of mine out lately. You need to do a lot of reflection, Barb. It's been a while. You're connected, but it's fuzzy. My uncle, who is deceased, saved me. I know it was my Uncle Steven. If my Uncle Steven did not show up in that time frame to get him to let me go somehow, some way, I would not be here to teach you guys. He helped me twice, actually, because the man before my ex-husband had me by his thumb up in the sky after beating the hell out of me. You and I should connect. I want to start a compound, like a little co-op spot to help leave, because in November of last year, a couple days after my grandmother died, my best friend was stabbed to death by her husband as she was grabbing the last box from leaving him. Yes, because if I was able to have somewhere, she would have been able to come. I have a friend, Kenzie, who's in the same situation. I have a friend named Carrie Ann who's in the same situation. And they don't have anywhere to go. And I want to create somewhere to where even men who are fleeing from DV, but if I can give them a place, if I can give them a spot, just to be able to go, to reground, to gain confidence again, to gain their identity back, to be able to go have a life, that would be what I can do. There is not enough help. There's not enough help. And I knew after everything that I've been through, that was a calling of mine, was to help. And then having all my friends right now go through some shit and I can't do anything to help, it fucking angers me. It angers me and it drives me. But remember, before we help anybody else, we have to make sure we help ourselves first. I wish my girl Di was in here. I swear, no. You can't just leave. I had to secretly plan my leave of action for 3 months. I left. The accident happened and I got put right back into that situation. I tried to leave before he almost killed me. I left. And I got sent back because that was the only place that I could go after my fucking place that I was living at fell through. Yeah, my entire collective was with me. My entire collective was with me when I came back. Exactly. Exactly. You have to plan it out. You have to hide money. I've been trying to raise I haven't been able to raise money for my friend Carrie Ann. But we've been talking about it and I've been like, I need to do a GoFundMe or do a fundraiser for her. But I haven't even had the money for myself right now. So to do a fundraiser for my friend when I can't even do anything for myself right now doesn't help or make sense. But I need to get my best friend Carrie Ann out. I need to get her out. And I just feel so bad. And then my friend Kenzie, she's now living in a fucking RV with her kids to try to get away from the guy. And the guy just keeps following her everywhere. And she can't get out because she needs the money. She needs that financial stability. It's such a shitty situation. I hate it. I will. I'm in California. My girl's in Florida, though. I will. When I'm ready to get that set up, I'm going to talk to her again and see what she wants. You're in Pennsylvania. We cover all parts of the country, both West and East Coast. We'll definitely be working. My family's in Pennsylvania, too. My dad's from New York, but all of his family moved to Pennsylvania. My dad lived there for a little bit, but they're all in Pennsylvania. My family's out there. My dad's side of the family's all in Pennsylvania. Next to Pocono. I can never say the city of where she's at. Starts with a K, but it's next to Pocono Mountains. We dropped my grandparents' ashes in the Pocono Lake or whatever. Much love, Jackie. I know, I'm gonna get off here soon too. But when I'm connecting to people. Much love, Jackie. Thank you for being here. I know, Diana, way too many times you guys were on your toes. Brooke, we'll just say my collective had to sleep with me one night. I will. I will, for sure. Make sure you follow in my lives. Make sure you click on that bell to hit that notifications. I think that's what it is. I think so. But yeah, I'll never forget when TikTok allowed everybody to sleep. You guys fucking watched me sleep. A message and someone called to find you. I know. I know. Now when I go anywhere, I gotta tell my friends because everywhere I go, I have a white man that wants to attack me. I lived in Dingmas Ferry for a few years after my mom divorced my dad. Oh, for sure. So I had an experience 2 weeks ago. I have never ran so fast to my car. I had my friends on the phone and they were in the car. But I have never ran so fast to my car. And the fact that my dogs were barking at this guy, I was backing up the car and he was still approaching me and he wasn't scared of my dogs. I had a pit bull boxer and my fucking Roscoe in there. Roscoe and Luna were in the back seat of the car. I was at Sourdough and Co. in Eureka. I was getting a sandwich and I was going to let my dogs out to go potty because they were in the car for so long because I had dropped off my cats to get neutered. And it was a 2.5 hour drive and then we were in there for all day. And so I was like, let me go get a sandwich. And then I stopped at the sandwich place and this guy way across the parking lot at In-N-Out, he goes, hi. I go, hi, because I'm just a stupid dumbass that says hi to everybody who says hi to me because I'm friendly. And all I said was hi. And I was like, that was stupid. And all of a sudden, I'm walking to my car this way. This guy is approaching me and he's coming. I see him. I feel him. Using my discernment. We're too energetically connected. I see him in the peripheral start coming. I fucking walk super fast to my car. I get into the car. I roll down the windows for him to see my dogs in the back. And I start backing up. And this guy was still approaching the car as I'm backing up and the dogs are barking at him and he's going to the dogs. Now, this wasn't a typical man that you would think would go and do anything, but that is the guy that is exactly the one. I saw myself getting him grabbing me and beating the shit out of me and taking the car. I had that vision as I was like seeing this guy and looking at this guy. I had that premonition and I felt that and I seen that and I was like, and this was a guy that did not look like a normal person. He looked like he had a little bit of developmental problems. So he's not the typical guy that you would think that would come approach you that you would be scared of, but the energy that I felt off of him was completely predatorial. So then I started thinking that was a setup, because when I went into Sourdough and Company, I felt like it was a setup. It was a fucking trafficking setup. Oh yeah, I attract everybody's energy. But that's not just the first time that's happened. I had a man try to run me over or run me down on he had road rage. We were in a car. He had such bad road rage that he was trying to run me down off of the road. And then he was so bad, he was trying to goat me into it or whatever. I don't even remember. I don't even know what the words are anymore. But like trying to like bring me into it. And so yes, California trafficking is horrible. Horrible. Yeah, no. When Trump got elected, all I did was a protection spell to make sure that any man that was in my energy would not come attack me, because I knew as soon as Trump was fucking elected that I had to worry about every single man besides my man in this world. So I did a protection spell against any man that had ill intent against me. So I'm protected, but doesn't mean I'm not going to come across these guys. Which means Kali Ma is going to come out and do what they need to do. But I digress from that. However, trafficking was really bad. When I actually thought about it, I was in the sandwich shop, and it was an Indian guy. He was on the phone. Nobody else was in the shop. It was just him. He was on the phone. He comes out, takes my order, go back to the back of the store for like 2 minutes, says some stuff to some people. I thought he was talking. He said whatever he said on the phone. He came back out front, and he was like, "It's to go, right?" I never said to go or for here, but he automatically assumed and told me it was to go. Nobody was in the store. He kept watching me, kept looking to see what I was doing. Make my fucking sandwich is what I said. He was watching what I was doing. And then when I left, that guy spotted me and started coming. I was like, that was a setup. That was a complete setup. The guy saw that I was alone, saw that I wasn't concerned, saw that I had a wallet in my hand, no phone. So I wasn't on the phone and just like, nobody would know. But my phone was in the car with all my girls on the phone, because I was having them watch the dogs. No. And then this guy approached me and had no qualms about my dogs. Anybody else has a thing about my dogs. My dogs were not just quietly, "Hey, pet me." They were aggressive because they felt my energy. So, y'all be very proactive with your safety. If y'all ever need any stun guns or anything like that, I also sell Damsel in Defense. Which I did have. But be proactive, and please, please, please use your discernment. Please, your discernment in energies in places that you are. If you feel it's uneasy, it's uneasy. Trust yourself. Run. Get help. Get on the phone. Get out of there. Okay, Brooke. Yeah, I got it. I got the hookup for you. I have pepper, stun, and wand. Let's just say my ex-husband was so scared of my stun gun, he stole it from me and threw it away. And when I got it back, I thought it was broken, and it wasn't. He tried to drown my stun gun. And it works. You think he's scared of me? Yeah. Be mindful as well. 100%. He hates that thing, Di. He hates that thing. If I fucking use it as a flashlight, even using it as a flashlight, he's like, "Can you get that thing away from me?" No, motherfucker. Pull a gun on my boyfriend again and I will. Entertainment purposes only. I'm just telling a story for entertainment purposes only, TikTok. on my TikTok entertainment purposes. But, alright, y'all. I think... it wasn't that big of a story. I brought my man to my old house to get cats fed and stuff like that. My ex-husband didn't appreciate it. He was stupid enough and brought out a pew pew. My boyfriend is a sergeant in the sheriff's station. So when he brought out the pew pew, my man didn't stand down. As I have a bottle of glass behind him ready to hit as well. So, there's that. When I tell you I have a protective man, and I've manifested my protected man, I manifested my protection. Instead of getting someone who would do anything to me, I have a man that would protect me from any person that would do that to me. So, that's funny. As Stand By Me is on right now. I love it. Yes. By me. Yes, he does. And then he sees them in court. So he's a sergeant bailiff. Not only does he arrest these people, he sees them in court. Which is funny. He tells me, he's like, yeah, I arrested that person. I saw them in court. I was like, they really hate to see you coming, don't they? It's funny. Hello, fly. I love that he has the job that he has. It's so funny. He's in training, man. I'm so mad at myself, you guys. I'm so mad at myself. It's not even funny. I thought Jeremy, and I knew it too. He even said it was it, and I just was not paying attention, and I wasn't reading it. I just thought he wasn't telling me the truth. I thought he had the wrong information. My man's gone for a 2-week fucking training, and I thought it was just the end of this week. And I'm fasting, and I'm like, I'm waiting for you to come home on Saturday so we can go to amazing dinner. He's like, I'm coming home next week. And I was like, did I really do that to myself? Did I really? You told me so many times it was 2-week training. You even gave me the dates and it was a 2-week training. And I'm thinking he's coming home on fucking Saturday. I'm all... I did it to myself. I was so mad at myself because then I was like, yeah, the energy that I took from myself after that. Because, yeah. And while he's gone, I have to take care of all of the animals, all of the ranch. I'm not saying I don't have a problem with that, but I have to walk 400 feet that way and 400 yards that. I have to walk like a mile to go deal with my animals. I don't have my quads. I don't have anything. So I have to deal with 5 dogs, 40 chickens. I have 9 cats in the house that way, 9 cats in the house that way. That is my rescue that I have to walk to and take care of. Yeah. And then these 2 cats in here. I live on 40 acres in the redwoods. Guess what? You want to talk about manifestation and manifesting our right to live? I don't pay rent, I don't pay water, and I don't pay electricity. And I live in the redwoods in Northern California on 40 acres with all of my animals, my man, because I manifested that. And anybody who's been here in a long time, and if anybody who doesn't believe me, I can have Barb, I can have Diana. If Natty was awake, they can all tell you that I manifested this shit. Talk about a spiritual awakening. Yeah, for real. For real. No, everything that I have right now in this area, in this place where I'm living, all manifested. I manifested it and I allowed my man to find it. I surrendered it to the divine. He found it because I told him, I said, I'll manifest it. You find the place. I surrender this to the divine. 6 months later, I got to fill out an application to be a caretaker for this place. My neighbor across the way, I only have one neighbor. He has a son. He has an entire self-sustaining garden. So we have all of the vegetables that I want. He's growing them right now. We have the Smith River, I have a 3-minute walk to the water. I bring my dog's little oasis to myself. I manifested all of this. I manifested my man, and I manifested this life. No one can say other against that. I hope it does give you hope. Because you have every ability to do exactly what I'm doing. You have every aspect to manifest the life you want to experience as the human experience you chose to have. It's society that's preventing us. Trade resources with the neighbors. Oh, I will. The cucumber that I have in my water bottle, his cucumbers. We have zucchini and cucumbers. I've been eating his cucumbers for the last couple of days because eating vegetables and things from the ground has been the only thing that my body has actually taken. That will actually not make me hungry 5 minutes after I'm full. Right, Brooke? I feel it. It's encouraging. But it's also knowing that anybody can do it as long as we have the right guidance and path. We can help so many people get out of their situations. I always say it's a happily beginning. A happily beginning. Because there's no end. When we die, we don't end. When we die, we just go home. The vacation's over. That's what it is. Yes, I added you as a friend. Send me a message because I get out of here sometimes. And when I digress, I send everybody's energy back and I claim back my own, which means anybody that I connected to that didn't send me a message, unless you come back into my lives, sent you back. I sent you back. But yeah, make sure you message me just so I have that connection and remembrance. Because like I said, after this, I take a shower, I wash my hands, I send back all the energy, I claim back all of mine. So, and I tell people this, I'm like, you have to message me. And if they don't message me and they come back in my life getting mad, I'm like, I'm a channeler. I'm on live. I deal with a lot of energies. I'm supposed to remember you. I remember, but I don't remember. Sounds good. All right. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. It is 1, 2, 3. We are making our way to our forward progress moving. So with that being said, it is time for all y'all go to bed. Go get some sleep. Go reflect and allow your brain to process the downloads that you got from my downloads today. All of the information that I have sent you guys. Digress a little bit. I send you back all your energy. I claim back my energy. Go wash your hands after you guys get off the live and before you go to bed, just to wash down the energies that were in here that were just not needing to be in here. And I'll check back with you guys. If you don't see me tomorrow, I will be back for sure on Friday. For sure on Friday. We have Candle, the portal, the 8/8 portal, the full moon, the Lion's Gate. We have a lot of energy that's happening. So if you don't see me tomorrow, which if this is what gives me energy, you best believe I'll be on live tomorrow, because I've been dragging all day. And this is the most energy I've had all day without food. When was the last time I ate? I ate at 5 o'clock last night. Did I eat anything when I came home? Spoonful of peanut butter? Yeah, I had it at 5 o'clock last night. So, with that being said, I love you guys. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited for the changes in this. I don't even know what to say, you guys. I feel different. I don't know. Diana, do you see a different aura? I know you guys can see a different aura. I totally feel different. I feel so much more connected. And I'm so thankful for those who have come in. I'm thankful for those who have stayed. Thankful for those who have listened to the word. And I hope to help you guys heal and raise your vibration. Because I want to see you guys be successful. I want to see you guys rise. I want to see you guys try to surpass me. Because the teacher is supposed to be surpassed. So please, if I can challenge y'all, I challenge y'all to pass me. And I will be happy to lift you up. I love you guys. Much love, many blessings. All the healing light for your sweet dreams tonight. Yellowish. It's gold. It's gold. All of my aura is gold. But yes, you're right. So, but I love you guys. Go rise up. Be your badasses. I'll see y'all in Astro who Astral project. Good night. Thank you for the likes and the gifts, you guys. I forgot to say that. I'm thankful. Thankful for everything. Much love. Hence the ish part. I figured, Diana. I figured. But I'll be in touch with you, Diana. I may need your help with this curse. But I love you guys. Go in peace, you guys.